We're live, y'all. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Foxtail, or should I say, Blue Cottage Media Presents.
Blue Cottage Media Presents.
If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a return viewer or listener, thank you for coming back and checking us out. We hope you're enjoying the show. And if you are enjoying the show and you like this kind of content, please go check us out on TikTok and Instagram, where we make D&D inspired skits as well as homebrew material for your viewing pleasure as well as your. What is that? Oh.
You in trouble,
Will.
buddy?
You in trouble, Will?
It's the 5.
So, as you can all tell, our friend Will, who plays Bag, is currently out of the state and is joining us via chat over here. Well, he was. I guess the police got him.
Yeah.
Anyways, as I always say, if you're enjoying the content, you would like to see more content, please go check us out on TikTok and Instagram at Blue Cottage D&D. There's going to be some information below me here after a while. And that information that's below me now is in case you really, really like the stream and you would like to support us. Please go check out MidnightStraightCandleCo.com, where we make fantasy-inspired scented candles as well as handmade resin dice to help enhance your tabletop experience. No dice drops coming yet. Not at least not in our. What is that? Oh no! What happened? You good?
What are you doing back there?
So much going on.
So
He walks off with a cop.
yeah. So, anyways. Yeah, so there is, we don't have any dice drops currently announced, but if you would like to get updates on those, go follow Midnight Straight Candle Co. on Instagram and get updates on dice drops as well as get to see the dice, preview them before they drop. Currently, we're stocking up because we have a few conventions coming up in the near future. One is Huntsville Pop Comic Expo, so if you guys are in the Huntsville area, please come by and say hi. We'd love to see you there. We don't know, we're on the wait list for a few others, so we won't announce those until we are confirmed, if we get confirmed. But if we don't, there will be a dice drop coming soon.
Indeed.
Yes, and one more thing. Oh yes, if you have enjoyed this content, and if you have enjoyed the art on all of our streams, please go give a shout out to Ken Wald at Ken the Artist on Instagram. Ken is a fantastic fantasy artist. She does amazing work. She did all of the character art for our Monday night and Tuesday night stream, as well as the countdown art for this stream. And Ken, you're awesome if you're watching. Thank you so much. We look forward to working with you in the future. So yeah, for those of you watching, please go give her a follow on Instagram at kentheartist.com. She's gonna have a little card below me as soon as all of these little character silhouettes disappear. With that, the only announcement I have left is that this will be the last Foxtail, at least for now. Not indefinitely. It's going to be just for a few weeks while I spend time writing the next portion of their journey, because apparently you guys have really enjoyed this show. We've had a lot of positive feedback. And so we want to continue the story. We want to keep it rolling. So I have to write another half of a module. Anyways, so but keep following along. You can get updates on that by following us here on Twitch, or following us on YouTube, or following us on Instagram, or pretty much any platform, and we'll give you updates on when the next portion of this journey will begin. But for now, let's jump into the finale of this arc of A Foxtail. Last we left off, you all had traversed deep into the Umbermire, the marsh and forest to the northern side of Foggy Hollow, a very backwater little town with some very strange folk, but kind, courteous, and polite. Strange, nevertheless. Their astral had been stolen by the Queen of Spiders. There's a bit of a brawl. Hang on, it's gonna be a hard one for me to wrap my head around. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, even though it was just a week ago. You fought the spiders. You beat a bunch of them. Spider Queen comes out. Bag immediately proposes to the spider because for whatever reason, I don't know. I guess he's into them legs. He likes them legs.
It was the pincers.
Hot ones with a hot orange conto.
I can't argue with you there. So Bag proposes to this spider queen thing. And she says that she might accept if he were to go and steal a book for her. She says that she was actually a princess of some kind, that she had a sister, and that her sister had cursed her to become the spider, that which she feared most. In order for you to get the astral back, as well as for her to accept Bag's proposal of marriage, you would have to return or retrieve the book from her sister, the book that has the spell that will reverse the curse. So, you traversed across the marsh and heading west, traveled several miles until you come across a witch's hut. Sure enough, there is a strange witch inside, standing a little taller than the rest of you. No fur, just all flesh. It's so strange. She's humanoid. She's got thumbs. Who has thumbs other than Wiley over here? Nobody has thumbs. It's not a thing. Long hook nose, long black hair. She comes out of the marsh and she says something. She's cooking something in this cauldron, and you watch as she leaves to go get more ingredients. After this, you decide to sneak in while she leaves. Even though she definitely shouted back to something inside the tent that she would be returning. Bag decides to dig underneath, and inside you find this 35 to 40 foot long giant snake, this huge python. Bag immediately retreats and says no. You divulge a plan, you come up with a plan to get the snake out while you steal the book. Everything goes kind of your way. I mean, it worked out in the end. You got the book.
Hey, we're still alive, ain't we?
You did. You are still alive. You got the book. You did not have to fight the giant snake. And you escaped with your lives, returning the book back to the Spider Queen, Ilana, and she said to come back later for talks of that marriage. Once she has returned to her former self to see if you still will be in love with her. And with that, you all return to Foggy Hollow, return the Astral, got your 65 gold pieces.
Sorry.
Because I was wrong. No, that's fair. Like I said, I got it wrong. That's on me. You earned it. You earned every single coin of it. Just in time to watch as the fog of the withering begins to creep all around you, begins to circle the town, as the astral is placed back in its rightful spot above the entrance to the astronomer's tower, to the observatory. The fog begins to creep slowly around the hollow. With that, knowing that it's not safe until the fog passes to try and travel any further, you decide to take respite inside the Grumpy Stump, the little tavern of Foggy Hollow. And that's where we're going to pick up tonight's session. So, let me switch over to our Foggy Hollow theme music.
So should we still rotate watch even though we're in the tavern?
Oh.
Probably so, because those people that came in and stole it.
We know that the people were spiders, not.
Let's just get a drink.
Okay. Excuse me. Works for me.
All right. So, you make your way over to the Grumpy Stump, and as you approach it, as you're kind of walking along the boardwalks, and you can see that green fog that creeps and curls up around the perimeter that the astral covers. You can see every time it touches the perimeter of the astral's light, there is this flicker of arcane energy that kind of flashes up. As it curls around, you can hear whispers from within. A lot of people within the town, a lot of the Oran folk that live here, you watch as they begin to make their way indoors. Even though the day is not over yet, they begin to make their way indoors. Shutting and locking the doors, closing the windows, and you can hear the whispers and the cackling coming from within. This kind of... just kind of echoes, emanates throughout the hollow, coming from within the fog itself. You can see forms and shadows shifting within.
Do we recognize it as any particular language or a mix of languages?
You've all experienced this before. Like, everyone in Oran has been in a town with an astral at some point when whenever the withering has rolled past. It's not a language you understand. You can hear the whispers are speaking some sort of language, but you don't recognize it. No one in Oran, as far as you are aware, can. So, up ahead of you though, at the end of the boardwalk, as you're watching this fog kind of curl around, you see this old giant, it's a huge old stump. I mean, this thing's probably anywhere from like 30 to 40 feet from side to side, stands about 10 feet tall. No one knows what chopped this tree down. I mean, you see it could not have been an Oran folk, but someone cut this tree down a long time ago because the very top of it is cleaved completely in half, just completely through. There's a little door embedded in the stump itself. There's a lot of roots that kind of curl around the boardwalk and enter down into the marsh below. As you enter in, there's a little bit of a crowd inside. You can see Priestess Camilla has already come in for her afternoon drink. And you notice as by her table, she's sitting there with her two nephews, or her two great nephews, the ones that you saved from the spiders earlier in the day. Earlier in the day. No, what in the day before, I suppose. Yeah, the day before. And she is giving them an earful. She's got 3 empty tankards in front of her, and she is just chewing them out. You can't quite make out what she's saying. It is an interesting dialect, but you can tell they know exactly what's happening here.
They're in trouble.
You notice there is a group of otters that are like 3 or 4 of them that you notice kind of wandering about, one behind the bar, a couple of others as they do this like little inchworm thing as they move around and go clean up the tables, and it is clearly run by little river otters. You notice there is you can see a couple of possums off to the right-hand side. You recognize Jerry the ferryman off to the right-hand side as he sees you all, and he just kind of raises a glass in your way. And so what would you like to do? Yeah, one eye's looking at you, the other one's looking across the bar.
Is he looking at you or me? Or both of us at the same time? It's kind of unsettling to think about.
Yeah, both is probably really unsettling.
What would you like to drink?
Mother's milk.
What? Wait.
I don't know what Oran people drink. I don't know.
About this point, as you say this, that you feel there is a little like tap on your arm as there's this little otter, and she kind of taps you. Well, like all the rest of us, we serve ale around these parts. I don't know where you get mother's milk from. That's a little strange, but all right. I mean, whatever floats your boat. I'm not judging. But
Anything stronger than ale?
Indeed, we do. We do have a little fire whiskey from the west.
Can I get some tea?
Tea, fire whiskey.
Huh?
What's tea?
It's tea.
See,
Is it hot? Is it cold?
It's hot.
It's
Yeah.
hot. All right, that sounds good. I'll have tea also.
It's brewed with a bunch of plants. It's not gonna make you feel funny or anything. If you were looking for a good time, you know.
So what gets you a good time?
Well, that would be
Tea.
the ale or the fire whiskey, most likely. Anyways, all right, fire whiskey.
Probably
You
the fire
you
whiskey.
still did
2
two
extra cups
teas.
for me, please.
All right. Okay, I'll be
I'll
right
take
back.
some fire water as well.
I'll be right back.
Whiskey.
Fire water.
You see as she kind of moses around behind the bar, and you watch as she kind of begins to get some things together for you all. You do notice as she kind of speaks to the barkeep, he looks over and his eyes kind of go wide, and he immediately just starts making these little gestures with his little hands. He's like, and she looks back over at you, and her eyes kind of go wide. It's like this moment of realization for some reason.
Oh,
And
yeah,
he
I wish I could
scoots her on out with the drinks, and she comes back. Well, these are on the house for you all. Here you go. You can have
Thank
these. Yep. Because my pa just informed me that you all saved our little town. So here you go. You can have it. It's all yours.
All in a
Thanks.
day's work, man.
Thanks. Thank you very much. If you need anything, you just call.
Rooms. Are there available rooms?
Yes,
for
we have rooms, of course. Those would be on the house too for our town saviors, of course.
luxury room?
Well, I don't know what you consider luxury,
Okay,
but you know they have a bed.
Okay, yep. That's.
And we keep the sheets clean and washed.
Yep.
Better than
Wash them in the
sleeping
marsh
outside.
myself.
Okay, that's
I didn't
Very
consider
nice.
myself a bougie fox, but
martial
here we
arts.
are. Marsha wash.
Just kind of like, I use soap. And then
Oh yes,
turns around
of course.
wanders off. A moment passes, and you hear this kind of like this approaching the end from the outside as you're all enjoying your drinks and sitting here. And you see as the door opens up, and you watch as this rather large beaver, bigger than most that you've seen, enters in. He's got a very finely carved wooden peg leg on his back right leg.
Why are you laughing?
That's Beaver with the peg leg. It's like we ate the
Beaver
tree.
with a peg leg. You know what you signed up for. You knew what you signed up for.
Why are you laughing?
So he takes a few steps in. He's got this. He's got kind of a patch over his eye. He looks over in your direction and kind of takes a few steps forward. And he sits down at your table like he knows you all. Sits down.
Hello?
Let me guess. You used to be an adventurer like us.
Well, yeah, that'd be correct.
Until you got something in the knee.
No, the diabetes actually slowed me down a bit.
Diabetes.
I keep it in check though.
That's good.
As in a good adventurer should.
Indeed. This leg never held me back. That is since I was young.
Held you up.
So,
Do you have a name?
yes.
Would you like some tea?
No.
Okay.
Water from me. Thank you. I hear y'all are going for the salty drink.
You forgot your name. What's your name?
Barry. Barry Beaverton.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Barry.
Salty drink.
Is that firewater?
I don't think they're the same thing.
Uh,
I think he's talking about the ship.
ocean.
The salty drink, yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
salty
The ship.
drake. Yeah, yeah.
I'd advise against it if I were you.
Why is that?
Because no one who's gone up there is coming back.
Have you gone there?
No, otherwise I wouldn't have come back.
Remember, they should
see, I was
tell you
gonna-
that they came back.
Right, I was gonna think there's a, little loop, plot hole in the story, but can't get past that one.
So how do you know it's so dangerous? If nobody came back to tell you what's on it.
Of course.
Might just got lost, yeah.
Another hole.
Withering surrounds that ship. They say there's an astral on it. Then why does the withering circle it so?
Circles this town right now, doesn't it?
True.
I don't know, go out and look.
Tell you what. If you're so intent on going there, I need a favor.
I knew there was a catch somewhere in
Yeah,
this
all
story.
right, all right.
Always. You learn that in merchant life.
What you need, Beaverton?
Old friend of mine used to captain that ship. Old friend of mine. Good beaver.
Didn't come back, I don't think.
His name was Moody. Moody's got an old compass on him. Antique of nature, of sorts. I just need a closure, if you will.
A retrieval.
If you'd be so willing to pluck that off of him, if you find him, bring him back to me. I'll compensate you well for your time.
Can I
Well for your time indeed.
insight check that being from a merchant's background to see if he's trying to pilfer it? And if he's actually his
Make an
friend?
insight check.
What is that, buddy?
16.
Yeah, Barry.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. You gather with a 16, he was no friend. He was an acquaintance, maybe. He wants that compass for some other reason.
What about Barry's family? I mean,
What do you
they
mean,
not
my
need closure?
Moody.
Why would my family need a closure? I'm right here.
Your friend.
Moody.
Moody. Yeah. Yeah, Moody.
He's aging a little.
I
lot.
can tell. Glad to see it ain't slowing you down.
Oh, I got a bird with it.
Anyways,
Just don't let it come out both ends.
you all be so kind as to retrieve this for me. I'll compensate you quite well. Now, I ain't got much gold, but I got artifacts, I got items from the old world. Things that can help you as seekers now. Things that my party used to have.
We have the rest of your party.
Well, I'm afraid that while I might be lucky, they ain't so.
I want an insight check whether he was lucky or he'd take him out.
Make an insight check.
I suck at this. 16.
16. You gather that there was no malicious intent towards this party, but he may also not miss them all that much.
Didn't go the extra trouble to save him. Okay.
Got it. Now, if you all would be so kind as to do this for me, I can promise you'll and reap the rewards. You'll like what I have to offer. But until you come back, well, if you come back, I'll be waiting.
So these artifacts, they're legit?
Of course they're legit.
Inside check.
Make an insight check.
If you say no one comes back, then
Natural one.
Oh no!
They're legit.
He kind of looks at you, narrows his eyes. Yeah, they're legit.
Okay. And we can see these artifacts before we head out, of course, right?
Cool.
no, man, why don't you loan to us while we're gone? That way, if you say no one ever comes back, that we might have a better chance to come back.
They ain't that kind of artifact.
What kind of artifact?
I don't know. That's why I wanted him to show us, see what we're risking our lives for, going the extra mile.
Well, you going there anyways, ain't you?
The extra mile to get this compass.
Alright, so maybe they can help you, but that don't mean I'm giving them to you free of charge. I can't just give them to you, then you ain't got no reason to come back.
Of course, of course. I just want to see him.
I mean, what if we like leave you some of ours, take some of that, you know, like something precious?
Timmy.
I got a couple of weapons,
We got gold.
piece of armor, things from the old world that the ancients used, things of magic power. That's all I can tell you. You just gonna have to take it on faith, youngins.
What's the compass look like? Make sure we get the right one, if there are more than one.
His is gonna be special. He's gonna keep it on his person, most likely. It's golden on the outside, big ruby on top. Little tarnished probably at this point. And if you open it, don't ever point north.
What's that?
It doesn't, or don't ever?
You trying to smarten me?
So how do you know which way you're going if you can't put it north? You know how a compass works.
Like I said, it's more sentimental value than anything.
Well, what if I'm facing north when I open it up?
Well then, find another compass. That one ain't gonna do you no good.
I think that's why he thought I was smart enough.
You just get the compass, you bring it here, and I'll give you what I got.
What happened there?
Here,
Yeah. Whoops.
belly crawler. Big one too.
You got your leg.
I told you I lost my leg when I was little.
Dire
To a belly
beast.
crawler.
Dire beast.
I honestly thought he said diabetes.
I did too.
No, 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 no. I have diabetes. That's why I had to slow down my adventure in life. I had to be somewhere where I could be on a more controlled diet. Hard to get, fresh
Don't worry
water.
about this one. He loves the beignets too much.
Me?
Now listen. Y'all give me my compass. You'll get your reward.
All right, when can we...
Go ahead.
Go, Sylvie.
So, you know it's not safe to go there. No one ever comes back. Can you tell us anything else about it? Anything else we need to be afraid of?
Oh yeah. You should be afraid of everything in the wildlands. After all, everything out here is trying to kill you. Don't you know?
So we gotta watch out for everyone and everything. Good to know. What is it?
You gotta be worried about like the dirt and the grass.
He said everything.
I've seen things come up out of the dirt and the grass. Things out of your worst nightmares. Worms the size of houses. Teeth like razors. You just watch your backs.
Will do.
But I will say, I do miss the adventuring days. I do miss indeed. Good times, good times. Good money too. That's why I was able to retire so nice like. Kind of stands up, turns around.
Barry, when can we see the goods?
When you come back with my
You
compass.
said you would show us what we're risking our lives for.
Make a persuasion check.
All right, that's pretty good. Well, surprised I didn't put a hole in it. So persuasion plus 0, 18.
18. I'll be back.
All right, we'll be right here.
Kind of clumps along, steps out of the tavern. You watch as the little otter returns with another round of drinks and hands them out. What y'all doing with Mr. Barry?
He came to see us.
He's just telling his stories about his adventuring days.
He's trying to
Good
scare us
leg.
from going to the ship.
Oh, okay. Well, he's an interesting fella. I would take everything he says with a grain of salt. He's been hit one too many times on the head, if you ask me. But well, anyways, enjoy your drinks.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Kind of look around for anyone playing any kind of like card games, sleight of hand games, stuff like that.
Kind of looking around the tavern, you do notice the possums over there playing what looks to be some kind of drinking game. Nobody betting for money or anything, but they are knocking them back pretty quickly. You just notice that they have this little wooden cup and it's on the edge of the table. They keep trying to flip it, and whoever stands it up, there's up the fastest, ends up. The other one has to drink. So they have a little race. They're playing flip with wooden cups.
Do I notice any coin purses?
A few. Actually, just kind of looking around, just about everyone has a little coin purse or some kind of satchel on them. You notice
the people playing the games.
What's that?
The people playing the games, do they look like they're flush with cash, or do they look like drunkards who are on their last?
You guys know Jerry's. He's got a pretty decent sized little pouch, and then the three other possums he's with, you can see a couple little coin purses on them. Doesn't seem like a whole lot. Priestess Camilla is the only one that doesn't seem to be carrying any money with her. However, her two great nephews that sit across from her, the two guards, they got pretty fat coin pouches too.
Okay. Wiley, I can convince you to a game.
To a game? Yeah, just a sec. I need to tell Sylvie.
What?
Do your little nose thing, and when he comes back, you can tell if those things are legit or not, right?
Yeah, if they have any magic on them.
Yeah, and if they're special artifacts, as he says, from the old world, they should have a little bit of magic.
I would think so, yes. Also, he was lying about being close to Moody. He just wants the compass.
I don't know what
Yeah.
he needs it for.
Probably added it to his collection.
Yeah. So we could potentially, knowing that, bargain higher for the price. Knowing it's not sentimental.
So what does he want it for then?
I don't know. Depends on what it does.
Mm-hmm.
We need to find out what it does before we give it to him.
Yeah.
Might be more beneficial to us.
True.
It might find the
Astrals?
astrals, yeah.
It could, yeah.
That's a good point.
Maybe that's what happened. He was looking for one, and then they died on the ship. And got stuck. I don't know.
Something to think about
Yeah.
after we get our hands on the compass.
We could find out since we have small shards. Move it
It's
around,
true.
see if it follows it.
You may know something about the things that draw the withering in.
That would explain why the withering is all around it.
True.
And he might just be feigning that he doesn't know. Could have read something.
Might guide your way out of it too.
True.
Possibilities.
Possibilities.
I don't know how to figure out what things do though.
I'm sure we could take it to somebody.
Yeah, maybe so. That'd be
There's-
in Twins Pass though.
There's a clumping, that loud clanking again begins the. And the door opens up and he does come back and he's got something wrapped in this bundle. And he kind of looks around to the left and the right. He hobbles over to your table and he sets. You hear as he sets it down, it makes this kind of like clang sound. Kind of. Now, as I said, you can look, you can't have.
Right.
And I might be old, but I'm still quick. You hear me?
Of course, Barry. We're not down.
Inside.
Make an insight check.
Oh, it's not good. 4.
A 4. With a 4, you don't know. I mean, it looks like he's been through a lot. He may not be able to run fast, but who knows? I mean, he was an adventurer. He's probably still strong.
He still has one good eye.
Yeah, he's still got one good eye, one good leg, two good paws.
Before he came in, instead of ritual casting, I'll just use the spell
pop one
slot
off.
with detect magic.
So as he unfurls the cloth, what you see there is a set of daggers, 2 matching daggers, kind of splayed out. They don't look fancy by any means. They do look old. You can see the hilt's a little rusted, the blades are a little tarnished, but there are some arcane runes etched into them. They've got this kind of like curved look to them. It comes curved to this very sharp point at the end. And then laying next to it, there is a set, what appears to be a breastplate of some kind. It's a metal breastplate. It seems tarnished as well, but it's definitely not Orin made. You can look at the makeup. It's a little clunky around the shoulders, a little clunky around the center. Like it's not. It's almost like it wasn't made to fit an Orin folk. Like it was made to fit someone else.
Fit us though. We're glancing at it.
So you can look at it. You're well versed in armor, being the town guard and whatnot. You can take a look at it. It could probably be suited to fit 1 or 2 of you if it's some adjustments are made. And he kind of looks at you. It's all right. Well, see, these do have magical properties. This armor adds you a little extra protection against some things. And these daggers, well, you just have to get used to them to find out what they do. As detect magic pops off, you do realize there is magic coming off of each of these items. They are magical. You don't know exactly what they do, but the armor does have abjuration magic on it, and then the 2 daggers have evocation magic on them. You also notice something else as you pop off detect magic. Priestess Camilla has her staff is giving off magic, and her ring. She's wearing a kind of an old wooden ring on her left finger, like her left hand on one of the fingers, and it is giving off abjuration magic. The staff is transmutation magic.
Anybody else or anything else?
No, that's it.
It's legit.
Okay. Alright.
He quickly folds the bundles back up and kind of scoops them up and slides them towards his chair, sets them in his lap.
How much would one of those run us?
A compass, of course.
Can we get all 3 for the compass?
Of course.
You get all 3 for the compass.
Oh, we get all 3 for the compass.
Nice.
The daggers come as a set, and then the breastplate is yours to have too. They ain't doing me much good. Just collecting dust.
Okay.
How many other adventures you offer this bounty to for the compass?
What's it matter?
I don't know how many people have been lost prior to us.
Make a persuasion check.
Uh-oh. It's okay. Remember, talk ugly to
Oh
your
yeah,
face.
it's a -2.
Oh my goodness.
That's bad.
I didn't think that was possible.
8.
8. Well, that's none of your concern, really. Seems to me you all went face down a bunch of spiders, and you went down and you faced a witch. I think you'll be just fine.
What are you saying about witches and spiders?
That they're strong, which makes
Yeah.
you strong too.
I'm smart. Or both.
But there is strength to be had in wisdom, is there not? And with that, I'll take my leave. You just come
Yeah,
ask for me
compass.
next time you come back with that compass. And if you don't come back, then, well, I'll find someone else who will. He takes and scoops him up, and he turns around and begins to make his way out of the tavern. So,
I like him.
You did.
Seems pretty honest.
Yeah.
You just said he was fine earlier. You got one of those dual personality things or something like
I don't think so. Would be interesting if I did, though.
with that,
Alright, Bag. You're on.
I'm gonna take out my candle and like break off a little piece of wax and make a little wax ball.
okay.
Then
Alright.
I'm gonna have the 3 cups and start kind of rolling it around in front of me.
Oh.
Okay.
You ever seen this game?
Once or twice.
I see some possums that might be good bait, and a couple of raccoons with some fat coin purses.
I'll look around. Do I see the coin purses?
The possums, yeah, they don't. They're a little light in the pockets, like I said. Other than Jerry, he's got a bit of coin. They're getting a little schmammered, but Reggie and Roscoe, they got some pretty fat wallets.
Here's my idea. Here's my plan. We're gonna get you over there. You're gonna throw the ball around, do your little sneaky thumb thing. We might win a couple coin, right? I'm gonna get the twins. Gonna get them involved. And we're gonna remove the ball. We can't lose. We can't lose.
I like the way you think.
Shall we head to the possums?
So you're gonna do the cup thing, or am I gonna do the cup thing?
You're doing the cup thing. You
All
got
right.
the quick hands.
Alright.
Good
You're
thoughts.
gonna talk them up to it.
I'll be talking the talk.
Gonna
You
be
just
my-
leave that to
my
me.
hype
Come
man.
on,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
talking here.
Alright. I like this. Let's go get some
Thought
money.
you might.
Let's go get some money.
You two, you want in?
I'm just gonna watch.
What do I gotta do if I win?
Well, you're gonna. Yeah, come on. You'll have a great time. Come on.
Alright.
So you guys make your way over to the table with the possums.
Alright, yeah.
As you
We're gonna
approach
go right next to the table of possums.
next to the table of possums.
Yeah.
So as you kind of approach, Jerry immediately looks up and says, "Oh boy, howdy! These the ones I was telling y'all about. These the ones that saved town. I brought them in on my ferry.
He sure did.
He sure did. Yep.
It was a fine ride at that.
Yeah. And let me introduce you guys, you all to my extended family here. These here's my cousins. These are my cousins. One of these folks here is actually one of Brevy's. This is Brevy's father, Jimmy, right here. This is Jimmy, and that there's Johnny, and then that's Jesse. And they all kind of like just
Johnny Jesse.
they all wave and say,
Hey, Joey's.
So, what y'all playing? What y'all doing there? So y'all getting ready to play a game?
Yeah.
We like games.
Yeah. You're gonna love this one. Explain it to him, Bag.
There's a ball, and I hold up the ball. And I say, there's some cups, and I toss the 3 cups up in the air and kind of like catch them all. You gotta follow the ball, find the ball, you win the $1. We can play for drinks first if you'd like.
You win a what now?
A gold piece.
A gold piece?
Yeah, or silver.
Where I'm from, we call them dollars.
A gold piece is a lot of money.
Yeah. You win. How much do you win, Bag?
We can play for drinks first. We'll play for some drinks.
All right. So, well, what happens if we lose?
Drinks.
Yeah, the loser
alright.
gives the winner drinks.
Oh, all right.
Kind of a
Okay.
win-win if you think about it.
All right. I like drinks. And I don't mind buying drinks for friends either.
Friends.
Yeah. See, that's
yeah.
why I've been telling everybody y'all's my friends. I brought y'all into town. We made good friends on
Good
the
old
rubber ride.
chums and.
Yep. So
Let's
they all,
play. And I give the cups and the ball to Wiley.
they all scoot over to the table with you.
I message Wiley and I say, lose the first round.
So make us. So which one is it? What did you say you're gonna do?
What are you gonna
I
do?
told him to lose the first round.
Oh, okay. I got you.
What did you
Lose
say?
the first round.
Oh, lose the first round.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. I'll do my thing. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but
All
I'll
right.
do it.
With this in this case is gonna be different because you said Bag, you're playing the first round, right? And you're just forfeiting. You're just gonna automatically lose.
Yeah, I thought we set Jerry up to play.
Okay. All right. So
We'll lose to Jerry.
with the first round, make a sleight of hand check for me, Wiley.
Oh,
Me?
okay. Oh no.
Do you have advantage on that or no?
Do
Or
I
is
have-
it stealth?
do I have advantage?
You ain't got advantage on sleight of hand checks,
Yeah, that's.
or it's double proficiency. Is it double proficiency or is it advantage?
Let me check.
Check and see.
Let me check.
You get
I
something
thought
from
the
sleight of
stalker.
hand.
Yeah, I thought the stalker got something, but I could be wrong.
Is the record.
Advantage on sleight of hand.
So yeah, you got advantage on sleight of hand checks. So go ahead and roll again.
All right. That first one was really freaking good. And the second was terrible. So, I got a 19,
19.
but I will willingly fail this.
All right. So you, with that,
I go a little slower.
yeah, you like slow it down for just a brief moment, and as you kind of lay your hands there, you do a quick tap with your pinky to let Bag know which one it is, so that he picks the wrong one. And as soon as you go to pick Bag, Jerry goes, oh, "That ain't the right one. That ain't the right one. It's that one right there. It's that one there." And as you lift it up, it is the wrong one, Bag. You forfeited the match. However, as you lift the other one, Jerry was right.
Wow. Jerry was right.
You got the all-seeing eye over there, don't you, Jerry?
Yeah. Well, I followed it real good. Like it's real easy when one eye looks one way and the other looks straight at you.
Yeah.
Watch 2 cups at once.
That's how that works. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Very good. Very good, Jerry. He did good, didn't he?
You did great.
You did great.
Jerry, your turn. Set up
All
there.
right. So if I lose, I buy you a drink. If you lose, you buy me a drink, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Go ahead, make a sleight of hand
All
check.
right. Okay. Wait, I didn't even add my proficiency to the sleight of hand. I've only been a plus
Rolling
2.
that 20 the first time.
Okay. Oh, I don't know what his plus is. But okay, that's 21.
21?
21.
Can I be paying attention to and see if I can't follow?
Yeah, make a
watch
perception
them?
check for me. Yeah, I rolled a natural 20 on the first one. I didn't roll a natural 20 this time. I'm not telling
You
you.
said perception.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's smart. Smart. Just
You
saying.
said perception.
17.
17.
17? All right, so Mag, as Wiley starts shifting them around, he picks up the pace like really quickly to the point, and there's a brief moment where you're able to knock the wax ball underneath off the table and slide it back into place. There you kind of. I gotta be honest with you, I kind of lost track of it that time, but I think it's that one right there. So you go to lift. It is not correct.
Sorry, Jerry. Oh, so close.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. So I just how many drink? I buy you a drink, right? You a drink. You a drink. I buy all y'all a drink. It'd be fine. He kind of looks over towards the bar and he says, "Sassy, bring me 4 drinks, my friends here."
Tea.
Yeah, we're drinking tea.
Whatever they're drinking, tea.
Yeah, you have a problem with
All
tea?
right, whatever.
Can I see how drunk he is?
He's a little tipsy.
Okay.
So, how's this game work again? We just follow the ball.
Yeah, follow the ball, and if you get it right,
Where's the ball right now?
it's right here under this cup.
Okay, let me see this ball. I want to take a little scent gland and smear it on the ball as I give it back to him.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, it's a +2. Come on, this is gonna be good.
It's gonna be real good.
Oh,
Is it a natural 20?
Nat 20?
Is that a natural?
Nice.
So as you take a look at
God.
you take a look at it, and you. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. You while you're looking at it, you take. I don't know. I can't say this. I can't say this live. I don't think I can do it.
You put the stinky on the ball.
You put the stinky on the ball. You take a quick swipe with your left paw, and as you do, like underneath your bosom, slip it through your little trap door under there. And anyways,
You did what?
as you come back, you take the ball in your left hand and you squish it around a little bit, and then you hand it back to him. Wiley, as you take it, you kind of like slide it back under the cup, and you smell something a little off, but like it was just a real quick thing.
Tim, get that under control.
I'm not sure about this tea here. It might not be what I need to drink.
Oh,
So
no.
you want to make a sleight of hand check for me?
You're gonna be in a different room than me.
Jimmy kind of steps up and says, all right, I want to go. I want to take my go with this. And he watches Jimmy takes, at this point, he takes out 5 coppers and sets them on the table.
5 coppers.
We're playing for drinks, right?
Message Riley and say, lose a couple more games.
5 coppers. You're stepping it up here. That's I don't think losing would be a problem. That's a 13.
13, yeah, no, he rolled a dirty 19. As he kind of watches it, as it slips back, he picks the one on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Wiley, as you lift the cup up, it's been trapped under the cup, being slid around with the heat and the friction and everything, kind of bouncing it around.
No.
As you lift it up, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I need you make a Constitution check for me.
Just
to determine the strength of this.
6 plus just straight Constitution is 3, so 9.
So 9. Okay. So as you lift this up, it's pretty rank. It's not enough to like make you retch, but you immediately know this smell. Everyone from the table, all the opossums immediately, oh, and they push back. They say, "Who done that?" And they push away from the table. I said, and Jerry starts laughing. That's a good one right there. The other 3 push away from the table and immediately like make their way off to the other table, just kind of like swiping their noses.
I'll put the cup back.
Give me your tea.
I'm gonna make
I don't think
him
it's
and
good
grab
for
that
you.
ball and throw it over under Roscoe and Reggie and Priest. He's over there.
It's like a hand check. Oh my god.
It was dirty 20.
Dirty 20. With finesse, Mage Hand grabs it, throws it. you manage to lodge it like right between the two of them, and it kind of sticks between their thighs as they're like sticks right between both of their legs as they're kind of sitting there together. It just gets stuck between them and the bench. And a moment passes. You see, Camilla has finally calmed down. Do what?
I'm gonna get up and start walking kind of towards their table, pretending like I'm going back to the bar or something like that,
Okay.
so I can be over there when they smell it.
So as you wander over towards the bar, and you see as Camilla at this point, she's finally calmed down a little bit. She's finally calmed down, and then you watch as her nose starts to twitch. What the hell is that? What you boys done did? And you watch as Reggie and Roscoe immediately kind of slide to the side, and Reggie looks at Roscoe looks at Reggie, and he goes, "Was that you? Was that you? No, it wasn't me!" And they start pushing each other, and they all scramble. There's a moment where the bench kind of flips, and they're like, "Oh!" And Camilla gets up, and she takes that staff, and she just whops both of them on the head. And she just starts chasing them out of the tavern immediately.
Wait, I wanted to grab them by the shoulders. Did I miss my chance?
No, make a.
I would grab them by the shoulders and say, "Boys, come on over here. We gotta get away from this smell. Come on over here," and I pull them back towards the game.
You slide them back to the table?
Pull them back towards the game.
Okay, towards the game. As they kind of like get pulled in the other direction, Camilla immediately she turns and makes her exits out of the room. So you sit them down and they look at each other. They're like really disgusted with one another right now. So
as I'm walking over, I want to be making another candle ball.
Okay. So you make another little wax ball.
I think
I'm
I
gonna
heard.
message them and say, "Don't fucking do it this time."
Who, me? Or who?
Can I message back? Is
Oh,
Yeah, you can respond.
Okay. I was going to be able to keep up with the ball that way. Now you threw the ball where I can't keep up with it.
I almost blacked out. McCoo. I know it was you. I recognize that smell anyway.
I want to sit them down at the table, toss Wiley the ball, and say, "Let's keep going."
We must.
Here's the way this is gonna work. Wiley, I need you, first of all, Bag, I want you to make a persuasion check for me to see how much money you can get out of these guys. And then
Okay.
Wiley, I want you to roll 5 sleight of hand checks.
All right.
17.
17?
17.
All right.
One, two. Let's see. That one was pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
That was just BS. 3. Switch it.
While they're doing this, can I take out that little potion bottle and kind of study it?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Can I guide myself?
You may indeed.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. 24.
24.
Yeah.
As you kind of pop the cork on the little potion bottle and you take your, you kind of stick your nose in it, you take a little dab of it on your palm, and you kind of, all the little cuts in your mouth and the little toothache that you're having for a little while now just immediately goes away. This is a potion of healing. So your party does, you know for a fact now that this is a healing potion. So what were your scores?
Okay, going down the list, it was 19,
Okay.
12, 10, 20, and 14.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You would have to see these numbers to know like how ridiculous this is. You beat them almost every time, but by 1 or 2. It was a 17 to 19 on the first one,
Okay.
a 9 to 12 on the second,
Oh,
an 8 to 10 on the third, and then it's a dirty 20 and a dirty 20 on the fourth. and then a 16 and a 14. So they beat you on the last one.
Okay.
However, they never catch the wiser every time that you slide the ball off the table. When you make it disappear, they don't roll quite high enough to ever be able to see that, not beating your score enough to ever be able to see that. With a 17 on your persuasion, you're able to get a solid 7 gold pieces and 15 silvers off of them. And you only had to buy them 1 round of drinks.
Wow.
And you didn't even have to pay for them because the drinks were free for you guys. So,
Net positive.
at this point, as you guys are kind of carousing and having fun, everyone's getting a little tipsy. I need everyone to go and make Constitution saving throws for me as you guys keep knocking, except for these two who are drinking tea. But you two make Constitution saving throws.
Oh no, this is not
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I want to fail it, and I rolled a natural 2, so I.
Oh,
Yeah, my constitution is +0.
I'm a little wired.
5.
So, Sylvie, Reggie, Roscoe, Wiley, and Bag, and then Jerry hops over and watches the whole thing after a while. And the 5 of them, you two watch on as you're sitting there sipping your tea. You watch as eventually, one by one, their heads hit the table. And with that, as you have to take them, like later in the night, you help them up and you escort them to the rooms. You all begin to take your long rest for the evening before preparing your journey to the beach side tomorrow, to the shoreline of the ocean. We're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we'll pick this up in a moment where I think things are probably going to get a little dicey.
Dicey.
We should give them a taste of their own medicine and steal their stuff. While they're knocked out.
Tasted their own medicine. When did I ever do that?
You technically have about 10 minutes to decide that, so be thinking about that. We'll be back in 10 minutes, guys.
Sophie's wired.
What?
disconnect that actually. Hello, we are back. Give us just 1 second. We're having a little technical thing. Yeah. That's it. Sorry, Will.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I tried, but for some reason, even though I have my phone hooked, we were trying to hook up a camera, like my phone, to where I could Skype in with him too, so he could see me a little better. Yeah, sorry. It for some reason even though I have a headphone plugged in, it's still playing sound out of my phone, even though it's turned all the way down and muted. I got nothing. I don't know. Anyways, it's fine. We'll just continue as is. With this, as you all, did the two of you decide whether or not you wanted to steal from them while they were passed out?
What do you think?
I mean, well, the hell, it's just going to be worth the argument in the morning.
I suppose.
I mean, unless they have something you know about, you
No,
twitchy nose thing, or whatever it is that you do.
it's fine. Good night.
So, you all awaken the next morning. It's already sticking. The next morning, you all awaken, and I'm sorry. You all awaken, and you're refreshed. You get the benefits of your long rest. What would you like to do? At this point, too, I would note that as you awaken and you step outside, Wiley and Bag, the two of you you're in a bedroom. One of you is on the floor, kind of tucked up in the corner, just huddled up in the fetal position with a blanket over you.
That's me.
And then Wiley, you're on the bed, but you're leaned over. Your feet are hanging on this side, and your head's holding you up as it's sitting on the floor. You have to do like a full-on crunch to lift yourself off the floor.
That was an A+ reference.
I got you. I didn't get that one. It's a SpongeBob reference.
That's why I didn't get it.
From under the blanket, I want to say, bro, last night was a movie.
Yo, no. I can't say yo. We're in the middle. No. Yeah, I don't know. My head hurts. How do we get up here?
What'd you say?
How do we get up here?
Well, I don't know.
The two of you would, at this point, you're on rooms on either side of them. You would hear them stirring at this point, talking, being incredibly loud. The walls are very thin in this tiny little stump.
We brought you up here. You're welcome.
Who said
Is
that?
that God?
No? Or is it?
Oh.
Huh? He's come for me at last.
Look out the door.
Sylvie.
You guys passed out last night. You okay?
Oh.
Feeling good?
Yeah, we're feeling great.
Good.
Right back. We're feeling amazing.
Yeah, could you just not talk so much with that high-pitched voice?
Sure.
Yeah, just give us a couple.
I'm gonna step on his tail.
You know, badgers have incredibly short tails, actually. It doesn't reach the ground.
I'm gonna pinch it.
Give it a little pluck.
Yeah. Let's pull some hair out.
You
You
feel
have the
like...
worst manners of anybody I've
Brush
ever
it like a
met.
breeze.
So, the next morning comes to pass. The withering at this point, as you step outside of the grumpy stump, you take a look around, you notice that the fog of the withering has moved on, passing onwards to wherever its next destination may be.
I'm gonna talk obnoxiously loud. All day.
How loud are you talking?
Real loud. Real
Right in my
squeaky.
ear.
As squeaky as you can get it.
Squeaky as I can get it.
Every time she speaks, I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution save, or I guess a Wisdom save. No, I'm just kidding. You two managed to fight against the hangover a little bit, and you notice as you've forgotten, but as you go to count, you're a few gold richer. And you remember it. It's all coming back to you.
Did it. Yeah, let's keep
God, I
it
love
between,
sleight of hand.
between me and you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other two don't need to know.
How are they gonna know?
They aren't.
Who's you?
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Who are you?
I don't. Nice to meet you.
Do they have any breakfast downstairs?
As you make your way downstairs, they would be able to cook you up some breakfast. Scrambled eggs with a side of fried fish.
Delicious.
So,
How much
not
does
too
it
bad.
cost?
It's free.
Free.
You're the
Oh,
heroes
it's
of the
still
town.
free.
Yeah, everything for this night's free and this morning.
Well,
Yeah, the
Pat
otters
made
are
to go
very-
back again.
Yeah.
Sassy and her family are very, very happy and pleased that you've saved their town from the withering. Yeah. The alternative is dead. So, I
That's
mean,
fair. Free
they,
meal.
they
couple
owe you
drinks.
a room and some drinks at the very least.
At the very least.
Camilla seems to be the only one that views that as a business transaction.
Oh, so do we know which direction we need to head this morning? Exactly towards the coast?
I just got the map.
Not to me, but I can't carry it.
I think I do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Spread out the map.
All right. So you would see as you take a look at the map, based on the one that Brevi gave you, you would need to travel north, back up the boardwalk, following the Everflame lanterns. Travel northwards until you exit the forest, the marsh. You'll come to a crossroads. One would take you back to Twins Pass. One road would take you north to where High Home used to be. But you were traveling east on the eastern road that would lead you to the shoreline of the Lunari Sea. And it's off to the east. And following that road until you get to the shore, and once you hit the shore, you travel north. So,
Any clue how long that would take us to get there?
probably a couple days travel.
Okay.
Do we need to get some extra rations?
How many did we spend coming to this place?
3 days worth.
3 days worth,
Yeah.
okay.
So you would have
3
days.
plus. Okay, 7.
you have enough to get you there, but not for the trip back.
Okay, yeah.
So-
So we would.
Probably run you 3 gold pieces to get enough
Okay.
rations to get you there and back again.
How much silver did we get from them? I can't remember.
7 gold, and I want to say 8.
It's 15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Okay, so we would get what?
4 gold
3.
piece.
Essentially, that gold would pay for both of your rations, and then you split 5 silvers between the 2 of you,
Okay.
and then that would give you 10 silver pieces, a gold piece each.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and you don't have to spend any money.
Okay. So we just netted a gold piece.
Yep.
Okay.
We still have to spend the 3, right?
Yeah. Since they're not sharing the
Yeah.
spoils of war with you, probably because Timmy
What spoils of
put his
war? They don't
stinky
know about
ball
those.
in your cup.
I know who win the game. Okay.
Anyways, before that comes around to haunt me, let's move on, shall we?
Let's try to forget that.
I got punished for existing.
Do what?
I didn't get punished. You just didn't get dealt in. Dealt in.
All right.
She refused cards.
So, as you all begin to travel north, for the sake of brevity, your travels go uninterrupted. You make your way beyond the Umbermire, up the boardwalk, all the way past the Spider's Ruins and the Witch's Hut. You hear the swirling in the water around you with every step you take. Every now and again, you look over your shoulder for fear of a giant snake that might be hunting you. But it does not happen. As you travel north, and then you take the eastern road towards the shoreline. You spend one night camped along the hills just north of the marshlands of Foggy Hollow and the Umbermire. And then at the end of the next day, As you reach the beach, you see it. You see the wall of withering that Brevi told you about, swirling, covering an entire swath of land. It covers part of the shoreline, so it kind of sifts out over the shallow water, probably at least a quarter mile, maybe half a mile or further. And then it turns inland, sifting along the rolling hills and the shoreline another 2 to 3 miles. Which tells you that the astral inside that ship must be pretty large to be keeping this fog so far away. But it does swirl. It does not move, it does not roll beyond the moors, it does not roll out to sea, it just continues to churn in place. This slow sifting.
I think the astral in there is pretty big. Do we have anything that we can transport it with?
Well, we don't know how big it is exactly. Maybe you can fit in a backpack.
True. Just thinking before we get on the ship and we can't get it off.
I've got a bedroll that we could maybe like use as a carrier or something like that.
Yeah.
If we need.
Cover it with some sticks and make it drag it with us.
Or we just steal the whole ship.
I like the way you think, Wiley.
I'm wily.
I'm wily like that. I wonder, Tim, what do you think your bomb would do in the withering? Do you want to set that thing off?
Probably just smell that for a while, a couple of days at least.
A couple of days, damn.
It's the good stuff.
It's your good.
Good.
You would know based on the map that Brevi gave you, you need to travel to the shoreline exactly and then march north into the withering, into the fog. Your astral shards will give you some bit of protection. You don't know how deep the fog goes, though. You don't know how thick it is. But you know that at some point there is another side because it cannot get closer to the astral.
We got a boat to get that way. I mean, we're just gonna swim in the water.
That's
I guess.
very good question.
He said he could just walk through.
Oh,
Yeah, you can stay on the shoreline. He said, according to the map, it says stay on the shoreline and just walk north,
so
following the shore.
boat's not
The
in the
ship
water. It's
on the shore.
land. Okay.
On the land.
Yeah, as far as their intelligence has told them, it is crashed at least near the shoreline.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go first. See what happens.
Maybe we should tie this rope to you.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
I only say that because I can heal myself if something goes wrong.
Okay, and we can yank you out if something tries to.
Yeah.
How's the visibility in there?
As far as you can see, it's pretty difficult to see. It's like walking through thick fog. Essentially, you will have limited visibility up to 10 feet, and then you'd be pretty much blind beyond that.
I'll come with you. I can see a little bit further than you can.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna tie the rope to these two.
Okay. All
And
right.
I'd like to use trigger sense as we walk.
All right. So,
So y'all just gonna go to the end of this rope for now, right?
Yeah, I got 50 feet of hempen rope.
Yeah.
So if you
You got a rope too?
I
tug,
think I've got one.
can we get some like one tug means this, two tugs means that type of deal? Or are you just gonna talk through your head?
I can just, I'll just message you.
All right.
I can
It's
yell.
easier.
Yeah, Jeff.
But we're not only gonna let everyone know we're here.
Well, if they're getting tugged away, odds are
They know we're
they
here.
know. Yeah, they're here.
Maybe
I'll yell if I'm in danger.
so,
Okay.
so Bag and Sylvie, the two of you tie yourselves off. Wiley
Oh, I did this.
and Tim, the two of you stand back and hold each of you holding a rope in your hands. As the two of them begin to take a step forward. As you approach the outer perimeter of the withering, you can begin to hear the whispers. You notice as you get closer, your astral shards around your neck begin to glow just a little brighter. And then as you take a step forward, the fog kind of peels away from you, creating this...
Could I try to mimic at least one of the whispers that I'm hearing in an attempt to like memorize a phrase?
Make a... interesting.
Fog handling.
Make a performance check for that.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. 9.
9.
That's with the +6, guys.
Oh.
That's tough. It's tough. So with a 9, the language is very difficult for whatever reason. It's something about the dialect that's very hard to mimic.
With accents.
So,
Are you trying to mimic?
A little bit, yeah.
I can help you if you want to.
Do I sound like them? Yeah.
Not quite. You're missing some of the. I can guide you if you want to try again.
Okay, I'll try again.
Listen very carefully.
okay.
Thank you.
Make another performance check with guidance.
That's a little better. 26.
26. Very good, because the DC went up significantly. But a 26 still beats it. With a 26, it's still very difficult. It's almost like it's not meant for Orn folk to be able to speak. It doesn't roll off the tongue very easily, but you do manage to, with a 26, learn to string a few together. You can find it. You find where the breaks are in the whispers, and you realize something with a 26 bag. It's like something in here is speaking to something else. It's like multiple voices talking to one another. It's a conversation, but you don't know what it's saying. As you both step in and the fog curls around you, creating this almost air pocket around you, the fog, the wisps and tendrils of it kind of licking the sides of your faces as you step inwards, peeling back every time it gets close to that astral shard. You can hear it's almost like it hurts it. The fog, it just lets out this kind of hissing sound with every step you take further in.
Are we able to see them, or do they disappear after how many
They
feet?
take a few steps in, and then you lose sight of their silhouettes, and then you can faintly see the glow from their astral shards until it dissipates as well. They walk in about 25 or 30 feet, and you can feel the rope getting a little tighter.
So is tremor sense something that is just I can just keep going, or
Yeah,
do I
it's-
have to?
No. If you can make a perception check with it. It is something that's it's kind of like eyesight. You can just feel the ground beneath your feet. Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender, essentially. So yeah, you can just kind of feel the tremors from beneath your feet. But in order to, just like seeing, in order to locate something, you have to focus on it for a moment. So go ahead and make a perception check using your tremor sense to see if you can feel anything around you within 15 feet.
I'm still diligently looking to. As best I
22.
can.
Okay. Make a perception check as well then, Sylvie. So with a 22,
Not 20.
natural 20.
24.
Okay.
Nice.
The initial 30, 40 feet or so, you don't sense anything with your tremor sense. You can't smell anything in here. It's like dying foliage. It's almost like decay in your nostrils. It's really hard to pinpoint any specific scent. And you can't... Hearing is, you can still hear it. It's almost, other than the whispers and the chittering, it's very quiet inside the withering. You travel in 30 or 40 feet though until the rope comes tight and you can't travel any further. What do you want to do?
I think it seems pretty safe. We should tell him to come on in, don't you think? Well, safe is relative. It's safe right now.
My worry is how to move forward from here. How do we know we're not going to walk in a circle?
Can we look back and see if we left footprints on the ground?
Yeah, I mean, you can see the sand beneath your feet. You are on a sandy beach, so you would gather that as long as you stay in the sand, because you would remember too, kind of looking at the shoreline, it's probably about 100-foot beach from the water to the grassy hills of the moors. So if you stray too far to the west or the east, you're either going to hit water or you're going to hit grass. So stay in the sand, you should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell him to follow the ropes in.
All right.
Does that work?
Sure, sounds good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and start ritual casting.
Message back out and say, we're okay. Definitely come in now.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Just scream really loud.
That didn't sound like
Doesn't sound convincing.
something must have his
I'm gonna
mind.
go ahead and start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay.
Insight is a 13.
Okay. 13? That's spoopy, but it was definitely Bag's voice. You got chills, for sure.
I'll message again. Did I get you? I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. This guy.
I want to light up a torch before and stick it in the sand.
Okay.
Maybe for a point of reference, maybe we won't be able to see it or not. But
I got
I'll
you.
just do that, stick it in there, and then I guess we're ready to go. Huh?
Yeah, you first.
So, you all begin to step through the fog. It's the same with them as you kind of follow the ropes inward. The fog peels off of you, creating this air pocket around you. It extends about 7 to 8 feet off of your person, and just swirls around you.
I will note that I also have that flower still with me.
Okay, good point. Good point to note. As you travel in, you all travel about 150, 200 feet into this wall. And with those perception checks that you rolled earlier, Bag, suddenly you feel something tremoring beneath your feet. And you all hear this kind of from the fog coming from either direction.
I'm gonna pull up the sword of withering,
Okay.
move it back and forth in the fog, see if it makes any difference.
Kind of shifted around. The fog peels off of it, much like it does with your shard. Sylvia, as you look to the left with the perception natural 20, you see this shadow kind of shamble.
Be really quiet. I think something's in the fog.
Okay.
The whispers begin to get louder for a moment, and then they go quiet. You hear as they just kind of this.
Back to back.
And you watch as the shadows get closer. 3 of them from your left and 3 of them from your right. You see as they break out of the fog, you notice these are kind of like the bone dolls you faced back in the Evansville Brambles. They are corpses. They are skeletons of Orin folk, but their eyes are glowing green. You see as flesh still clinging to their bones. Some of them, at least. I need everyone to roll initiative. Against the Withered.
Great.
Let's see. Pull up our map. Shelby, would you mind turning on the
Yeah, I'll get it in a
see the
minute.
music for me?
Just a minute. Once you get it all set up.
Appreciate
Don't
it.
you worry, I got you.
Full screen. Okay.
I was able to notice whether or not I could still see the torch at all. It didn't make any difference.
As you stepped further in, the torch eventually faded out of sight to where you couldn't see it anymore.
Roughly about.
Probably 40 feet in, you stop being able to see the light.
And we've got an idea that this fog could be. How deep? You said it was like, what, mile?
You're not entirely sure how deep it is. You couldn't see. You could see it went probably a mile offshore, and then it went several miles inland.
Okay.
It's just a big perimeter
Okay.
of fog. All right. Let me get you all set up here.
Should have went with my gut. It should just Made a run for it. Don't even care what's in there. Just run through until we get to the other side.
I don't know. That's a good question.
No idea, lady. It's bizarre.
No.
How strange.
How strange.
Are you comfortable?
Oops. What's going on over there, guys?
Panic.
Panic. A little bit of panic. It'll be fine.
Nick,
Let me
is
get
that
the
the
battle map
disco?
turned on so you can see it.
Or is it widespread?
Let's see.
Widespread panic.
All right.
It's like a vacation right now.
I know. So pretty.
Yeah. Give it a second.
Oh man, they're not all in one
Everyone
direction.
can look at this.
Hunter,
Oh,
stop!
it's just a mirage.
That's terrifying.
I told
Oh,
you there's
there's
6 of them.
too many.
Oh, wow, that keeps coming up. That's gonna drive me nuts. Every time it repeats, hang on. Let me switch this to a different
It was
player.
doing that the other day.
Let me switch that to a
And
different
there's
player.
skeleton. I mean,
Let's see.
animals? Don't scare.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Maybe we're supposed to run away.
Mm-hmm.
Run
We'll
straight
find out in a
through.
moment. All right.
Fight to run away. Are you okay?
Damn. Hang on now. What in the heck is going on with this thing?
Let's make sure we look for that beaver's friend.
Barry.
Yeah, that one.
Moody.
Or Moody, or whatever that guy's name.
Sorry, everyone. I'll get this set up in a moment, I swear.
Get yourself together,
I'm telling you, I
jeez.
don't know
Wow.
what is
Like, you
what is
don't
going
do
on with my
enough.
players.
Thought you were
Sheesh,
the
and
DM.
Shut up and kiss me,
it's
God.
a different
You were
one.
the master of
For
this
some
thing.
reason, this thing is not cooperating all of a sudden.
Just let it be. Just let it repeat.
No, it won't repeat. That's what I was trying to get it to do. It's turning on repeat. It's not.
I thought you said it did. It just kept popping up at the bottom. Just let it pop up. It'll be fine.
There we go. All right, now I got it.
Get yourself together, man.
Okay. There we
Cheese
go.
and
Now we're good.
crackers.
Sorry. Sorry. Okay. I didn't want to roll initiative for me.
We already did that. Wait on you.
You're even the first one that gets hit. 25 to 20.
And it'll be a total coincidence. It was definitely an accident.
It'd be an accident, for sure.
Am I a vindictive DM? Yes.
Oh.
Very much so. 25 to 20.
I got
20.
a 22.
Ooh, nice. So Sylvie and Timothy at the top. Timothy at the top.
Crazy.
How about that? So, 20 to 15.
17.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty
Wiley,
good.
what you got?
7.
Okay, so the
I'm back at it.
so it's gonna be Sylvie, followed by Timothy, followed by Bag, followed by the Withered. And then Wiley picking up
The real.
the rear. Top of the round, Sylvie.
Okay. I'm trying to hurry.
As you look around, you see as these creatures, the skeleton, like they're this zombie flesh. They've got mostly bone, but they're really emaciated. There's some like leathery hide still stuck to some of them. Their armor and weapons kind of dangling off. They give off this eerie green glow, and their eyes are just lights, just these eerie green lights, looking back at you, making this kind of clattering sound. And they also, and as they get closer, you hear they just kind of just gonna like shrill shriek comes out.
No.
of them.
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh
Okay.
on my quarterstaff, and then I'm going to turn towards those two if I can get them both and do a thunder wave.
All right. Yeah. Towards these two here.
Yeah.
All right. 15-foot cube.
Yes.
He's because this guy moved a little bit. So yeah, they are within 15 feet. You'd have to take a step forward to get them.
Okay,
Wait,
that's
no,
fine.
never mind. I'm wrong. You're good. You're good where you're at.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Blast.
That is a 12 for the first one. So a 12 and a 22.
Jesus H. That's fine. 7 halved.
12 succeeds too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a baby.
Hey,
So they're going to take 3 points of thunder damage each.
Remember, we had to point by.
That is true. So as you take a step forward and you slam the staff into the ground, there's this loud kind of, and you see as they both kind of get shuffled backwards a bit, sliding into the sand, but they manage to dig their claws in before barreling back forwards in your direction. Does that end your turn, or do you want to move?
I'll stay. I'll shift a little bit to the right so that they can like move around me.
Okay. To your right.
Yeah. Just that way. Okay, that's good.
All right.
And then I'll ready my staff.
Timothy.
I will go and how about I run up behind closest to you, the guy,
This one here.
go,
Kind of. So as you step this
Yeah.
way, your feet begin to get wet as you go stepping through the shallow water. As the you feel as the waves kind of wash against your ankles here.
and then I'm going to attack with the Sword of Withering at that dude.
All right.
That's a 12 and 5, that's 17.
17 hits.
And
And I will note that as you step forward, go ahead and make that attack with advantage to go for that natural 20, because as you step forward and that astral gets close to them, you watch as his form he tries to escape from your astral's light.
no natural 20, 13.
But the 17 still hits.
Okay. And then, so that was, is that just 1d6 or is that a d6 since were they
It's
withering or not?
extra. They are withered.
So I get another D6?
You get another D6.
Get him,
So it's 2d6 plus 1.
So that's 5 plus, it says 3.
Did you roll 2d6?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 plus 1 plus your strength, so 8. Okay. So as you run across behind it, you take the sword and you kind of slash across its back. You see as it digs in, the astral light kind of beams out. The creature immediately recoils away from it and just kind of puts its hands in front of its face. And you feel as the shard or the blade, as it cuts through, cuts in like butter.
So I have to use my hand axe for the other attack, right?
You will do, yes, correct.
No, that's a natural 2.
With advantage, because he's
You still
within
have
5 feet of you.
Come on.
That's 11 plus 5, 11 plus 4.
So 15 hits. Roll damage.
6
Ooh.
plus 2 is 8.
There you go.
That's a little better.
So
Nice.
as you shift around, as he gets blasted backwards, he kind of shifts in the sand with this thunder wave. Timothy, you rush up behind him and quickly just take a slash with that sword. And as he kind of is reeling from the impact, you see as his head kind of turns around, you can hear as the leathery skin just kind of pulls tight, and you just take that axe and dig it into its jaw.
I think you still have this.
You send him to the ground.
Nice.
So that ends your turn.
And
Bonus action, bonus action. That was all you're moving to
Yeah.
get there. So bang.
I believe I see someone just to my right.
Indeed.
I'd like to turn and move towards that person after seeing how they recoil from the astral and everything, and use my short sword and
Okay.
just slice him through.
Make an attack roll with advantage. Yeah, as you take a step, the creatures are coming at you full speed. But as soon as they get close to your astral, your shards give off this radiance, this quick kind of pulse of light, and you see as they just pull backwards a bit from it, giving you just a quick opening.
Nice. 19 with the short
19
sword.
hits. Roll damage.
damage. It's 4 points of damage.
Nice. All right.
And then I guess I'll stay right where I'm at.
Okay. End your turn.
That's it.
All right. It is now the Withered's turn. The one that's in front of you, Bag, the one that you just attacked, as you kind of slice through it with your short sword, you see as it looks down on you and its eyes begin to glow, it opens up its maw, and you can watch as it kind of shakes a bit. You can hear the... I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as this like shrill shriek reaches into your mind, and you feel as this aura, it's almost like it gets buffed up all of a sudden.
10.
10 does not succeed. You are
Oh, I
frightened.
figured, you jerk.
You are frightened by the creature. However, the other one, Timothy, I need you to make the same. I think you have advantage, though, against being frightened.
Yes.
So, as it's going to run up on you and do the same thing,
Natural 20 and a 2.
natural 20 succeeds. So with that, these are going to run surround Wiley. Actually, one's going to get up behind Bag and make an attack roll with disadvantage. So it's actually no, it's a straight roll. So Bag, that's going to be a 13 to hit.
No, it just hit. Meets, right? So that just hits.
Yep.
You motherfucker.
You're going to take 6 points of necrotic damage as the creature shifts around and kind of latches onto you with its claws, and as they dig in, you feel as it begins to burn and kind of burn away at your skin. The one that's on you, Wiley, is going to take an attack. 2 of them. First one, ooh, it's a natural 20, but it's also a 10 because of the disadvantage from your astral.
Oh, okay. 10 does not hit.
10 does not hit. The other one, I need you to make an acrobatics check for me.
Here we
It's
go.
going to swing for your astral shard.
Acrobatics, let's go. Alright. That's a 19.
19, it beats it. It rolled a 17.
Ooh.
As you watch as the first one kind of comes up behind you, takes a swing at you, and you duck out of the way. The second one reaches underneath. You see it as its hands are about to grasp that astral. You watch as its hands get close. You can see them begin to simmer and burn, but it's trying to grab it off of you, and you quickly yank backwards, pulling it away. That's going to end their turn. It is now Wiley's turn.
Alright, I want to give everybody a quick message. Watch your astrals. They're trying to reach for them.
Watch your astrals.
Watch your astrals.
I watch my astral every day.
Alright, and then I'm going to attack one of the ones in front of me.
Okay.
I guess the one that's directly in front of me.
Gotcha.
Alright.
Alright.
You do have advantage on the attack.
Okay. Attack with advantage.
Oh no.
That is awful.
Oh no.
That's a 8 plus 5, which is a 13?
13 just misses, unfortunately.
Oh, of course.
As you take your staff and you swing it across, the creature, you hear as its vertebrae snaps as it just kind of limbos, just, and the staff swings right over its head. So that's your attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there.
Stay there. All right, top of the round, Sylvie.
Okay, I'm going to shift to help that one that's behind the 2 of them and attack it.
Which one?
This one?
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You do have advantage on the attack.
Ooh. 14?
14 just hits.
Oh my goodness, that's a 3 and a 10.
That's tough, y'all. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, these rolls are not.
points.
Yeah.
All right.
Something, it's something.
It is something.
If my strength is 0 and offhand strike is just nothing,
It's
right?
nothing,
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm
Well,
just,
no, it's just an offhand strike's just 1.
okay. I will just try and.
Oh, but you have your. Oh wait, no, that takes your action to use your maw. Never mind. So you're just gonna
Yeah,
try and
like,
just cock it again. Go ahead and make another attack roll then.
Every little bit helps. 18 plus.
18 hits. So it takes another 1 of damage.
Woo!
As you hit it with your staff the first time, kind of bringing it down, you clobber it on the skull. As it kind of turns in your direction, you take the other end and just smack it across the face with the back end of the staff. So, well played. That ends your turn. All right, Tim.
All right. There's one of me right there. That's a 16 plus.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
That's the withering first. That's 6 points. And then the hand axe is
Go, Tim.
10 plus
That should hit.
14.
So 14 hits. Yep.
And that is 6 plus 2 is 8.
Nice.
Nice.
So as you rush
He
up,
found
as
his
it tries to, it rushes up on you and it lets out this shrill shriek. You watch as its eyes glow. It tries to scare you, to frighten you, but doesn't bother you any. You just take a few swipes at it, manage to cleave a good bit of bone off of it. So, anything else? This action, this bonus action.
What's it?
All right, bag.
So I'm terrified I'm frightened of just the one.
Yep, so as long as it is within your presence while you are frightened, if it's within your sight, let me double check. I think your attacks are made with disadvantage though.
Yeah, and I think you can't
But I
move
was around.
any closer.
So they will be straight rolls right now. Let's see. Fear, D&D 5. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. Frightened conditions we're looking for. Let me see. Frightened, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight and you cannot move closer to it. I mean, you can't get any closer. It's on top of you. However, you would be rolling with a straight roll now.
So if I turn around and attack a different creature, I'm still rolling straight rolls and.
Still straight rolls. You're still within line of sight. However, the one behind you is actually flanked, so still be with advantage.
Yep, I'll do that. Short sword, please, sir.
Make an attack roll.
Ooh, that's 6 points of damage. Oh, sorry. That's, no. It's a 6. Oh, wait, but it's flanked, isn't it?
Yeah, it's flanked.
19.
19 hits.
Thank you. Holy shit, 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage, okay. All right.
That was a whole ordeal for me right there. And then, being terrified of this creature, I'm gonna try to run away from it. Get to the other side of the little group that's right. It
Okay.
looks like I'm on kind of the far side of the group. I'd like to run to the back side of it.
Ah,
Try to
get
get
off
out.
me!
So kind of running that
Just
direction.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it is going to get attack of opportunity. So is the one behind it. It's going to be 11. I don't think that's going to do it.
This?
11 hits?
No.
Oh,
Miss.
it's like, wait, what? However, the second one is a 14. I think a 14 isn't going to hit.
Yeah.
So you're all going to take another 5 points necrotic damage.
Okay.
Does that end your turn?
That's it.
All right. That it is their turn. The one on you, Sylvia, is going to turn towards you, and it's just going to. You see as its eyes glow as it's going to kind of grow its head just a bit. You see as the bones snap, the skin pulls tight. It's going to try to scare you. Make a wisdom save.
9.
9 fails. You are frightened of this creature in front of you. It is then going to try and attack. The other one is going to shift around.
Grandpappy, did you warn me about these things?
It's going to be 10. I don't think that's going to hit you.
Miss.
All right, so Wiley, you got 2 on you. First one's going to try and frighten you. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Come on.
As it uses its fearful presence.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Doesn't scare you. Excuse me, its frightening presence.
I've
The other one
seen
is
that.
going to make an attack against you. It's going to be 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
12 does not hit. All right. Wiley. Or not Wiley, sorry. Timothy, last but not least, is going to take a swing on you. That's a 14. 14 misses. All right. So,
Nice.
another round of not being hit. Wiley, you're up.
All right. All right. None of the two in front of me are damaged, right?
No, they're not. Those are the only two that look fresh right now.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna swing again at the one in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
Alright. Still with advantage.
Still with advantage.
Alright, okay, so that's why didn't it, okay, anyways, that's a 16 to hit.
There's
16
some
hits.
truth behind
Roll
the metal
damage.
dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the metal
Ow, that
dice
hurt.
Okay, so that's a D8
And a D4.
and a D4.
Specialist.
These are rolling good. Okay, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Yes,
Oh
to the
my
one in
gosh.
front of me.
Wow. Nice. So this time it dodges the first time, kind of limbos underneath. You swirl it back and then crack it down on its sternum and slam it into the sand. It ain't looking so great now.
Okay.
So-
Good.
Yeah, afraid of no
Anything else?
I ain't afraid of no.
Ghost.
Nah, that'll end my turn.
All right, Sylvie, you're up.
Okay. Thematically and game mechanically,
Ooh.
I would like to close my eyes and use my sense of hearing and smell. Like, no, and then just baseball swing right in front of me
Okay.
to try and like cancel the disadvantage. I don't know if that works.
Huh.
It's okay if you say no, I can just do straight roll.
Within line of, you would still be blind, so it's still disadvantage because
Okay.
you're blind swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still, but it's fine. I mean, you're rolling with disadvantage anyways. Why not? You're closing your eyes and you're swinging. You just go for it.
Just so
So roll
afraid.
with disadvantage.
I got out of there.
That was straight roll with the astral shard, right?
No, it's still because you're disadvantaged for being frightened,
Frightened.
advantage with the astral, and then disadvantage for being blind now.
That's fine. That is a +4. That's a 14.
Even with disadvantage,
Yeah.
it still hits. So you wind up and you swing wide.
11 points.
11 points.
Yeah.
As you hit this one, again, this time just, you hit the skull so hard it just flies and disappears into the fog. The rest of the body just falls to the ground.
And then I
And you are
would
no longer frightened. 'Cause it
do
was gone.
the offhand on the other
Make
one.
another attack roll.
Is it straight roll?
Yeah, this one's a straight roll now.
Okay.
Actually, no, this one's with advantage. You just killed the source of your fear.
17 plus.
That a hit? So 1 point of damage.
1 point. 1 point.
Nice.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Timothy.
Alright, I'm gonna swing at the same one.
Go for it.
Sword. That's a 15 plus and
That'll hit.
4, so that's 9 plus 3 is 12 points.
You carve it down. Now, just so you know, with your bonus, your bonus action attack has to be with the same attack action, but hand axe is a thrown item. You can also
I can
throw
throw
it.
it.
Yep.
So I will, is there one I can throw without hitting somebody? Or
Yeah,
can I move a little bit?
you could hit the one next to Sylvie, or you got clean line of sight against it.
Alright, so is that gonna be with advantage?
It's with advantage. It's within 5 feet of an astral.
That's 11 plus 4 is
Hits.
15.
Roll damage.
And what changes when I do a
Nothing changes because
Okay.
you've got the dual wielder
4 points?
or the dual wielding fighting style. 4 points.
Yep.
So Sylvia, as you're fighting with this one next to you, this is the one that Bag hit earlier, I believe. You suddenly, as you turn to the second one and you kind of pop it in the jaw, it just kind of, and then there's this, as this tomahawk gets stuck in its skull, and it kind of.
Nice shot, Tim.
Anything else, Tim?
Man, this whole vid, I guess I just moved. How many we got left?
3 left.
Where's the other 2? I see 1.
Over there. These 2.
Okay. Then, how about I go and just drag them a little bit? Come out this way so that next turn I've got room and come towards them.
Okay.
And then that way, maybe they'll come this way
I
and
got
split
you.
apart, and then I can still get to them if they decide to stay there.
All right.
In my turn.
Bag, you're up.
I'm gonna go to the other side of the one I'm frightened by is still alive, correct?
Yep, it is still alive. It's got a tomahawk in its
Other
head
side
now.
of that one, the farthest one away from it, and I want to get out of its line of sight,
Okay.
and then I want to stab the shit out of that one with my short sword.
All right, so you would get advantage anyways because you're flanked. So go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
Beautiful. Oh, nice. That's much better. 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Sweet. And another 5 points of damage.
All right, so Wiley, as you cleave this one into the ground, it's beginning to stand back to its feet. Bag comes out of nowhere and just takes that sword, and just sinks it right through its chest, and it dies.
Yeah.
Huzzah! And I would like to move around, again, staying out of the line of sight of the one I'm frightened by, around the other side of, because there's another one left besides them. Yeah.
Kind of staying at. I got you. Trying to hide from its line of sight.
Exactly, and not like 10 feet away from it,
Gotcha.
if I can.
Okay. It is now their turn. The one is going to strike out at you again, Wiley. Ooh, this one's not going to miss. Natural 19 and natural 18.
Oh.
Okay, that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that hit.
So you're going to take 6 points necrotic damage.
6.
As your focus as Bag kind of catches your attention, he comes around and kills that one. You take your eyes off the one to your left just for a moment as it reaches out and grasps you on the shoulder. And you feel as it grabs onto you, you can just feel your flesh begin to pull away from the bone. It's like it's melting into you. The other one is going to strike at you, Sylvie. That's going to be a... I don't know, it's going to be close to 14 to hit.
It hits,
14's
yeah.
going to hit. You're going to take 6 points necrotic damage.
Yo, baby, AC of 13.
So that's going to end their turn. Bottom of the round, Wiley.
Gonna give that one in front of me the staff.
All right,
The
go for it.
staff.
The staff. You're going to give it the staff.
Give it the stay.
Gonna bonk him. Alright, so with advantage.
Yep, with advantage.
Alright, so that's 18 plus 5.
Yep, that'll hit.
Alright. T8, T4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah, you're crushing it.
As Bag kind of shifts around behind it, gets ready to stab, you just, it turns its focus on him for a brief moment. You take advantage of that, just crack it into the rib, like right into the rib cage. You just smash through all the way to the vertebrae. Ribs just go clattering to the ground. The bits of flesh still holding onto a few bristles of bone. Anything else?
That's it.
Sylvie.
I'm gonna pull up my staff and then just jab it through the
Make an attack roll.
the green eyes. It's advantage still.
Still with advantage.
Oh, so close to nat 20. 18 plus.
That'll hit.
Ooh! 12 points.
Yeah, that'll do it.
12.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
As the tomahawk sinks into it, and it kind of tilts its head up, just, and you just sink right in through the eyeball, and you just kind of go through the eye socket, crack out the skull on the back side. The fur, the little tufts of fur on the back just kind of split open, and the creature falls, the eyes fade.
Kick it off my staff.
Alright.
And then I guess I will move to help them
Okay.
shift in that direction. That'll work. That'll
Alright,
be
so
my
you guys
turn.
have this last one surrounded. Timothy.
Jump him.
Jump
So can I get to it?
Yeah, you can get to him.
All right. And like
Oh
you
my
said,
God.
I have to go into
Came to the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, for real.
So I threw one hand axe. That means I got a short sword. So
You can draw another hand axe with your movement.
okay, and I can't go like swing short sword then swing short sword.
No.
Okay. All right. So here goes.
I like the flair, but it doesn't work that way.
So as I run towards him, I'm going to come in, slide in with the sword swinging at him,
All right.
and that's a 14 plus.
That'll hit.
6 points. It's always solo with
6
that.
points is
Yeah.
enough after a while. It just
okay.
broke it. So as you pull, you manage to break your crooked staff out of it, Wiley, and then just in time you watch as Timothy slides underneath your staff with that sword, and just with a quick, the creature crumbles to pieces into the sand.
Whew. Is everyone okay?
When Wiley sent those vertebrae flying, could I have caught one and like put it in my pocket?
Make a dexterity check.
Little scavenger.
I'd potentially like to use Mage Hand to catch it.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana. Oh no, wait, can I do the other one? I'll do Arcana. I said it. It's an 11.
11. As it goes flying, Mage Hand is not quick enough to grab it. However, you do see where it lands in the sand.
Walk of shame.
I'm gonna go over and pick that up while Sylvie asks, how's everybody doing?
All right, so you have the rib bone of a withered. And I will note that as you're all standing here, kind of panting deeply, and the creatures have fallen. And you watch as the green glow kind of fades from their eyes and dissipates into the fog around them. And then you hear the whispers come back again. And you hear them coming from deeper within the fog.
There's more of them, so I'll go over there to where my axe was. I guess now it's in the sand since they just stomp it with my foot, pop it up, catch it. I guess they won't be needing this.
There's more of them, and these might come back to life too. They're all technically dead. They're just bones.
It's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that. With your detect magic, you did manage to ritual cast it. You would have detected necromancy magic on these creatures.
They're all remnants, so they were gone now.
So, with detect magic still going, the necromancy magic has not faded. They're there, but there is still magic aura coming off of them.
We should probably get out of here.
Yeah, let's make
Did I recognize any of the creatures? Of the
Taking a look at them, actually it's a good point that you brought up there. Make a, it's gonna be an odd one. Just make an intelligence check for me.
God, that's even worse. Oh, there's a nat 20!
Hey!
A natural 20, alright.
God.
So,
There's a 19 though, because I have a -1 on my intelligence. I'm done.
so as you take a look at them, 4 of them you do recognize. You would see they're a couple typical Oran folk. You see what appears to be some kind of canine features, maybe a dog or a fox or something of that nature. You see one that's got very feline tendencies. It's probably maybe just a typical tomcat. You notice there is what appears to be another badger, different species of badger though, as well as a coyote. And then there's 2 though that are a little bigger than the rest, and they're strange looking. They don't have a long snout like the rest of you. As you kind of approach them and get a closer look to them, you notice that they didn't, like the patches of skin and flesh that are left are not fur. It's like a leathery hide of some kind. But not reptilian, it's just different. It almost reminds you more of what the witch's body looked like, the skin. You're not
These
sure.
2, they're not like the other. But this one looks like my brother.
What are you all gonna do from here?
Onward.
I say make a run for it.
Yeah. Run as fast as
Run
we
as
can.
fast as we can
So,
until we get to
okay.
the other side.
You take off running through the fog, about another 150 feet, and you break out on the other side. And ahead of you, lying north. As the sunlight now beams down upon you, the fog behind you, you can see the shoreline continues up and kind of curls a bit to the right. The fog of the withering extending out probably a mile to 2 miles offshore. And in the center of it, crashed against the rocks on the shoreline ahead, you see a ship split in half on the shoreline.
Maybe on the ship.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. We're going to take a quick break first. And then we'll come back and wrap this up.
Can we keep detect magic going?
At this point, it's getting close to being able to fade, but you probably got a couple minutes left with it.
Oh, just re-up.
Just re-up it. Okay. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes!
Okay.
Potty break!
And we're back.
We're back.
So,
Romantic.
he gets to walk somewhere right when I count down to 3.
Get it together, Will!
Well,
One.
will you
I'm
get
here!
So,
Chocolate.
as you all exit to the other side of the withering, stepping out of the fog and away from the whispers, you see up along the rocky coast a lot of big, like large, jagged rocks kind of sticking up every 20 to 30 feet, maybe 40 or 50 feet off the shoreline, and amidst them, about a mile away from you, probably closer to 2 miles away from you actually, you can see the wreckage of this ship. As you get closer and closer to it, it does get larger. This is a pretty big freighter. It was a pretty big caravel.
Okay. Do we want to handle this slowly? Quickly?
Does it seem like things?
Any movement on the
Yeah.
ship?
Oh.
As you get a little closer, make perception checks as you kind of take
Or
a
the
look at it.
mist behind us. Is anything looking like it's trying to come out after us?
That one's easy enough without a perception check. As you just kind of like look back over your shoulder from time to time, you don't notice anything that seems to be trying to escape out of the mist. You watch from time to time as a tendril or something will lash out. A shadow will run forward towards the edge of the fog wall and then stop. And you see that flicker of light as it reaches the astral's aura.
Okay.
19 here.
17 on
17.
checking the ship.
Okay, 17, 19, and 17. All very high rolls. As you kind of take a look, you notice, I will note too that to the left on the back end of the shoreline, it kind of lists upwards. There's a large bluff that kind of begins to crawl upwards. The beach continuing down low, and the cliffs kind of rising up. And you can see at the top of the cliffs there are some what appear to be pine trees, very tall evergreens that are growing, and they disappear into the fog of the withering as it kind of wraps around in the distance. Continue on ahead. You don't notice any movement. You don't see any movement on the shoreline. You do see a couple of boats, a couple of small dinghies, like small little rowboats that are, 2 of them in particular, that have washed up on the shore. Both of them just kind of listing in the waves there. On top of the ship itself, though, you don't see any movement.
Do the ships look, or the boats look old, new? Can I tell?
They look newer than the sunken ship, I will say. And I will note, too, the ship that's crashed on the rocks is split in half. It's like it washed ashore. You can see there's a large sea rock that's kind of extending up and out of the surface of the water, and it just cut right in it. Cut the ship almost completely in half, and it's almost folded over it now. It's stuck and lodged in place with the tide.
Got lost in the fog.
I don't think we're rowing this thing out of here, Wiley.
Yeah, I noticed.
Can we pay attention to the footprints to see if there's any in the sand? Like anybody's been here other than us recently?
Make a survival check.
There we go. Can I cast some guidance on myself?
You may indeed.
Thank you.
My sister on that one.
You may.
You can roll.
Let's roll with advantage.
So we got a 12. Got a 12.
The 12. With the 12, as you take a look at it, you do see little tiny, itty bitty little prints in the sand, like coming to and from the water, probably crabs or something like that, just kind of coming in and out with the shoreline, or in and out with the waves. You notice there's a couple of reptilian prints kind of towards the back, like towards the grass and the moors, but other than small critters, you don't see anything. I will note there are no birds flying around. You do take note of that. Seagulls would be kind of a common thing on the coast here, but you don't see one in sight, probably because of the fog.
How high is the wall of the withering?
It extends up probably 150 to 300 feet high.
Ooh.
It's a very high wall of fog. It varies from time to time, but it does just kind of crawl on the surface.
Are we domed, or is it like a cylinder up to the sky?
It's like a cylinder up to the sky. You're not domed. You can still see the sunlight overhead. A few clouds kind of listing over. But yeah, no, you're not like sealed in from the top. It's just around you. It's just a literal wall.
Very powerful astral.
To the now that you say it's like almost 2 miles to get to it, does it appear that we'll still be able to walk to it, or is it going to be a swim?
As you get closer at this point, during this time you've been walking. You've closed the distance. It sits about 100 feet offshore, stuck in the rocks. You may have to take a swim, or you could check out the 2 boats that are ahead of you. And I forgot to Bag. You asked if the boats, the little dinghies, little rowboats, seem newer or older. They actually seem newer. As you take a look at them, the wood is not nearly as weather-worn and tired as the wood on the ship. As you get closer to it, there is a crack in the hull of one of them. Not terrible, but as you flip it over, like as you guys get close, you watch as the waves kind of wash it, flip it back upright, and there appears to still be some gear inside. You see a satchel, you see rope.
Colors, symbols, anything that might tell me whose boat this was?
Not on the boat itself, no. As you take a look at it, if you want to get closer and take a look at the gear inside, maybe.
I'd like to check out this gear over here, guys.
Detect magic picking anything up?
With the tech magic emanating out, coming from that satchel that's still tied into that rowboat, it is completely drenched. But there is a bit of evocation magic inside that satchel.
As we make our way towards it, I'll be looking in the sand and kicking with my feet to see if I come across any other type of, weapons or anything else that might give us a clue of what they were doing here.
Okay. So make a investigation check for me. Bag, you open the bag?
Yeah.
I want to not open anything yet. I don't really want to touch much before, I just look over it. If I don't see anything just glancing across it, then I'll start touching stuff.
Okay, make an investigation check for me as you take a look at it.
Natural
Thank
20
you.
minus 1.
It's a natural 20. Still a natural 20. As you take a look around, it doesn't look like whoever this was is here anymore. They're gone. You do notice, with that check though, on the side of the boat as you're kind of looking at it, there appear to be a spatter of blood, kind of smeared on the front side. You can see where it looked like something smeared. It looks like
smear.
it looks like you can see a paw print on the edge of the boat, and then it just slides down in the blood.
Oh no, that's so morbid.
What was your investigation check, Bag?
7.
A 7?
I'm gonna be touching stuff.
Yeah. You immediately go to touch the rope. It's waterlogged, but it's nice rope. It's 50-foot hempen rope. Sure, why not? Let's take that.
Keep that.
You take a look at the satchel that's still tied up inside. It is completely waterlogged, but as you open it up, you notice there is a scroll case inside, along with some waterlogged ration packs, which are now probably no good. It kind of smells a little bit. It's a little moldy now. You also find some pittons. You find a crowbar and a couple of small, ruined now, but there are 2 bullseye lanterns that are completely waterlogged as well. It looks like these are...
I'll leave all the waterlogged stuff in the boat and keep the rest.
Okay.
What you got?
I got some pitons and some other things.
Can I see?
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks.
Show it to her.
So the scroll case is where the evocation magic is coming from, and it is completely sealed. Even though everything else is soaking wet, it is made of a specific type of wood that's not letting any... It's really well sealed up so that no water seems to be getting inside. So,
Can I check it for traps?
yeah, make an investigation check.
And I cast guidance on myself.
You may.
Thank you. 15 minus 1, so 14.
14. Okay, so taking a look at it, it doesn't appear to be trapped. It seems to just be a very nice seal for a spell scroll of some kind. Pop the lid off and you pull the scroll out. As you unfurl it and you begin to look at some of the runes and the sigils on it, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me to see if you know what this is. So what?
6.
6? You didn't study magic. You were born with it. That's some fancy rune work on this here scroll. You recognize one symbol. It is a symbol for fire. And it's repeated a few times throughout the sigils, or throughout the strange, weird mathematic algorithm that's written all over this thing.
Oh my gosh, I should have paid attention in school.
Seeing her pull something out of my bag and like open it up and all that stuff, I want to run over there and look over her shoulder and be like, what are you looking at?
Make an Arcana check.
Thank you.
It's a
Come on,
spell
Short.
scroll of some sort. Here, see if you can... If it works any better for you.
I got a 15.
Got a 15. Much better, actually. In fact, it's well enough that you can make heads or tails of this. So, as you take a look at this particular spell scroll, this is a spell scroll designed for an offensive mage. This is a 2nd level Burning Hands scroll.
I can't really tell heads or tails of this thing, and I'll roll it up and put it back in the box and put it in the
Bitch. Just remember when your ass is dying.
So,
While they were doing all of this, whatever this was, I would have been trying to take a short rest.
okay. I will say that you would get the benefits of a short rest while they're all investigating and looking around. If you'd like to roll for hit
Yes,
points.
I would.
Yes, I would. Don't mind
Do
if I
I
do.
now know Burning Hands, or do I just use this for Burning Hands once?
So you can use the scroll for Burning Hands once, as long as you have a 2nd level. If you can cast 2nd level spells, a lot of time the rules technically say it has to be a spell you can learn. I don't do it that way. If you're a spellcaster and you can cast that level spell, you can cast a spell scroll. So technically, if you couldn't cast the level spell, you'd have to make an Arcana. I digress. Yes, you can cast it,
Sure.
but it's a one and done.
But
So
it is a one-time use.
it's a one-time use. Once you use it, it is gone.
Okay.
I couldn't figure out what it was. Maybe it'll help you.
I lied. I'm
To me?
sorry. You can like burn people with this thing.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
right.
You could use it though.
I want to take it out and like go rune by rune. Be like, you see this? It means this, and like explain it.
I'll write that down. Maybe I'll remember next time.
And I'll give it to her.
You can use it. You found it.
No. You have it.
So
What you thinking, Tim?
Just wonder what we're gonna face. I mean, and that compass, wonder what it does.
Who says we're gonna face anything?
We don't have to give it back if you like it. I mean, it's kind of a trade. He asked us to find it. Finders keepers.
Yeah. Let's prove him wrong, and I'll make it back.
I'd like to. I'm not ready to die yet.
Who's talking about dying?
Yeah, who's talking about dying?
What do you mean?
Can't even
You're
imagine.
looking a little rough there.
Looking a little rough.
You look better now.
I
think
didn't
he
see
always
you-
looks that
I
way.
didn't see you in the fight. Where were you?
So fast you didn't see me.
When's the last time you
Fast.
brushed your fur?
Look.
Who did y'all say was looking rough?
Wiley.
Wiley? I am looking quite rough.
yeah, Bag is this whole journey up here. He's got like a nice chunk of fur and skin that's just hanging off of his arm. Just peeled off, just got it hanging there. It's like a good, probably 4 by 3 inch sliver that's just unfolded on his arm.
Battle scars to impress your spider lady.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you all want to take a short rest here?
Yes, please.
Your short rest does go unimpeded. If
Hey.
you want to roll hit dice, you may.
We have 3 now?
Yes, you have 3 hit dice you can choose from. And don't forget to add your con to each roll.
Thank you very much. Oh god, that was terrible. Holy shit, that was a 1.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's right. Okay, I think it's better.
So,
See anything happening?
kind of watching the ship.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Rest.
Tim says I don't need a rest.
19.
19. With a 19, you take a look. Now that you're closer to the ship and can get a better vantage point, it's only about 80 to 100 feet offshore from you. You kind of take a few steps out onto the rocks and get a better vantage point and look. You notice on the top of the deck, you don't see anyone. The ship's kind of curled to the right, just probably a 30-degree angle. You can see where it looks like the captain's quarters has busted outwards. Like whenever it made impact, you see the door is kind of on the hinges, kind of hanging on the hinges. All of the captain's stuff is strode out above top of the deck. Most of it looks like it's still. You can still see his he had a very nice bedspread, by the way, because you can still see the duvet is kind of hanging off the side of the ship, it barely touching the edge of the water. You see there is a chest sitting on top too. This kind of attached to a chain on something that kind of extends into the captain's quarters, and it's just kind of sliding there as the ship kind of rocks back and forth. It just slides back and forth a bit. You can't see into the cargo hold. You can see where the wood is cracked and the hull is kind of shattered and splintered inwards, but you can't quite make out what's in the darkness of the hold. You can see where the stairway that leads down still seem to be kind of intact, though. So.
And just for kicks, since I don't know whether I've done this in the past, if I was to burrow a little bit down in the ground, is water coming in?
Yeah.
Okay. Just figured I would find out now before the height of the battle. When I say, "Oh, I'm going to burrow into the."
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put it this way: when you step off into the water, your burrowing speed is useless.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, so we think we want to take one of these boats? Get over there? You said no?
Let's take the one that doesn't have a hole in it.
Okay.
So you take the boat, kind of flip it over, set it up right in the water, and you all get inside, grab you some spare driftwood, and begin to row out onto the rocks and make your way towards the ship. You approach, and the ship is turned at such an angle that it's almost, the actual top deck is almost under the water surface. So it's not hard for you all to just reach up and climb in here, especially not lightly. So.
Pull me up!
So as you all kind of make your way onto the top deck, what I just mentioned a moment ago, to the left-hand side you don't see much. You can see a lot of the crates and barrels where they were at one point, the tethers have come undone. You can actually look down and the rocks below, they're all splintered down on the ocean floor beneath you. It's not inherently deep here, maybe 15 to 20 feet deep. The bottom of the ship is just kind of like resting on on the ocean floor here, kind of resting amongst the rocks. Most of these large, jagged sea rocks that are jutting up are holding it into place. However, towards the captain's quarters, you see that chest just still hanging by a chain, pulled from within the captain's quarters, and a couple of the captain's unmentionables, their clothing, their duvets, their blankets. You see a few barrels that are kind of like listing up against the side of the ship here, where they fell out of the captain's quarters when it burst open from the impact. And then you see the stairs that lead down to the cargo hold. What would you like to do?
Is there any other spots that look like you could get down without having to go down the stairs, maybe where it's been ruptured somewhere?
Yeah, there's a pretty large crack right in the center of the ship here, right where the main mast would be, and now the mast, as you take note of it, you look around, the mast is gone. You're not sure. It must have folded over on the other side of the ship, but it is split open about 5-6 feet wide at the top, towards the very top of the upper deck.
Can I start with detect magic as we walk around, like as we were moving up?
Yeah. So detect magic goes off, and you're picking up some abjuration magic coming from that chest that's dangling.
Mm-hmm.
You're also picking up a magic that you don't recognize from below deck. And then you are picking up radiant magic. A very strong radiant magic coming from below deck as well.
Can I point into the captain's quarters and message and just say, "Hello, we're here for Moody."
As you extend your hand forward and you reach towards the captain's quarters and you say this. Let me see something real fast.
I'll relay the information about the magic.
Oh, I think
So,
actually there's one more thing too. I think there's
Be careful with that chest. It might hurt you if you try and open it. Might not. Who knows?
You're also picking up a faint bit of evocation magic coming from below deck too.
Oh. All the magic is down below.
So, you don't hear a response at first, and then you hear this just kind of, it's kind of like a slurping, gurgling sound that whispers back to you.
And that comes back through message, or I just
Through message, yeah.
There's something in the captain's quarters.
Another
It
one of
does-
the withered?
But it can hear my message.
All the magic is down below deck. Maybe head in that direction?
And where's the captain quarters?
It's on the upper deck towards the back side of the ship, towards the rear of the ship.
Okay. So the
And that's what the chain was leading towards, right?
Yeah, the chain is kind of like essentially the double doors that led into the captain's quarters and burst open. All of the belongings inside have slid out and fallen into the ocean. You can see there is a shadow within, like there is just darkness inside. But hanging that chain is kind of slid out the front door, about 10, 15 feet towards the edge of the ship is where that chest is just hanging. It's probably the captain's, maybe his treasure, maybe his belongings, you're not sure. And he had it chained up so that no one could take it.
Gotcha. Will tremor sense, is it just two-dimensional, or will it go down below me as well?
No, it'll go down below you as well.
Could I try to feel anything below us?
Make a perception check with disadvantage, because the way the ship is rocking with the water, kind of the waves washing up against it, it makes it a little difficult for you to sense anything.
Yeah, no need to explain. It's a natural one.
Natural one? Well, yeah, as you feel, like I said, it's been a long time since you've been on a ship, and you remember immediately why you don't like to sail, because this is, it's rocking, it's kind of throwing you off, giving you a little bit of vertigo, and your tremor sense is just not working for you.
Tinglies.
I'm gonna light up a torch while we're here.
Okay. All right.
you looking to go in?
Sure.
Gonna lead the way?
Sure.
Magic below us, some creature in front of us. We're going down?
Go down and then come back up.
Yeah, what's the worst thing?
Go see what it is.
All right. So,
What did you say?
Nothing.
What's the worst that could happen?
as you
We can
shift,
die!
so you shift
Oh, blue
down.
now. I don't like this. Can I start putting some spider poison on my short sword?
You may indeed.
Good idea.
So you begin to shift down. You make it. Do you take the stairs, or are you going to try and crawl through the gap?
I was gonna go through the gap.
All right. So you guys climb up to the top, and Timmy leading the way. You drop down the gap. It's only about a 6-foot drop into the cargo hold below as you kind of drop down in, hitting the bottom. You look around. You see all the crates and barrels. There's not as many as you would have expected, but they're all sunk to the back end of the ship. There's a little bit of water that's pulling in, probably 3 to 4 feet on the very bottom where the ship's kind of tilted. That's just the crates, the barrels are kind of floating in them. And then towards the rear of the ship, you see there is, wrapped in chains, bound tightly, there's a very large stone sarcophagi. And to the right of it, you see, kind of tied tightly to a post, you see a very large astral. Definitely big enough to provide the town of Riverwood Bend with what they need.
Is that where the radiant or the unknown magic is coming from?
The unknown magic is coming from the sarcophagi to the left of it, and the radiant magic is coming from the astral. And I would note as well that the sarcophagi, as you take a look over at it, there's like this stone slab that's on top of it. The chains are loose, and it is sifted open just ever so slightly.
I can't climb very well. Can we take one of those pittons that we found and tie off some rope so we can get back up?
Sure.
Yes. Fine.
Thanks, Bag.
So I will note too that the evocation magic that you're picking up is coming from. Oh, there was one more bit. Jesus, there's a lot of magic in there. There's divination magic too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, evocation magic. You look and you see down in the water below. You notice what looks like a satchel or something floating there, and then as you get a closer look, you realize that's not a satchel, that's a vest, and you watch as this bloated face of
Ew.
some kind of creature, you can't even tell what it is anymore, as it kind of turns and the vest rolls upright. You see there's something tucked in the pocket of the vest that's giving off evocation magic, a small vial.
Hey,
And
Bag, can your mage hand reach that small... There's a small vial down there. Can I get it?
so Mage Hand reaches down, plucks it
Yep.
out of the vest, and it appears to be a healing potion.
Hey.
Ooh, nice. It's a healing potion.
The divination magic as you turn to the right, there is a darkness towards the front of the ship, towards the front of the cargo hold, where it's deeper in the water. The water's rising a little higher there. A lot more you see as you look in that direction, kind of looking through the shadow and the darkness with your dark vision, you see quite a few more corpses floating there. And the divination magic is coming off of one of them. You can't quite make out which one in the darkness as they're floating in the water, but you can see their, you can see bones, you can see bloated flesh, you can see their armor, their weapons kind of scattered about. Something bad happened here.
I think this was more than just a shipwreck.
Can I look for insignias?
Make and are you looking? Where are you looking at? Just anywhere on the ship?
Like armor and things that are strewn about.
Make a perception check as you just kind of look around.
11.
11. Kind of looking about. It's hard to tell on the armor. A lot of it's tarnished and worn at this point. However, you do catch as you kind of come to this side of the ship. You see the main sail. A bit of it still left intact, kind of folded over. And you notice that on the sail itself, it has this large serpent curling underneath a boat is depicted on it.
Do I recognize it?
It doesn't ring a bell, but it could be what the old beaver was telling you about and how the ship got its namesake. This does seem to resemble some sort of drake or dragon crawling underneath the ship.
I wouldn't touch the sarcophagi. It has this strange unknown magic on it. I'm not familiar with it. Could be some kind of power that caused all this. Unleashed something? Could be something inside of it still.
It's partly open, right?
I mean, it is.
So something could have gotten out.
Yeah.
Where else was the magic?
I'll point out all the...
So divination magic coming from somewhere towards the front of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
The astral is giving off radiant magic.
Radiant.
And so, and then the unknown magic. That's all that's left at this point.
I'd like to start moving towards the divination magic.
Okay.
Slowly.
All right, so you make your way towards the front of the ship. Slowly, make a stealth check for me.
Ooh. 12.
12? Okay. Being as stealthy as you can, sneaking towards the front end of the ship, you do see the corpses kind of littering the ground here, and as you begin to get closer to them, kind of walking over each of them, you see a couple of them have their arms severed off, their legs cut off. You see that, and as you get closer here, you notice at the very front of the ship there is a large hole. It's not busted outwards, it's busted inwards at the very bottom of the front of the ship.
Like something came in.
And you don't see a rock.
Oh my.
And you notice, though, as you get closer here, kind of nearby, resting atop one of his fallen comrades, you see a captain's hat tilted sideways on the head of a very large buck-toothed beaver.
I'd like to move towards that beaver. First, before I go, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to message Sylvie and say, did you guys follow me over there? Or did I go alone?
Yeah, we'll follow you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to point
I'll
out
follow you.
the beaver and say, maybe the compass is over here. Where's the magic coming from?
The divination magic seems to be coming from somewhere behind the beaver, like in the water somewhere. Maybe it fell off of him into the water.
I'll try and point it out as best I can.
Okay.
Somewhere behind him. Can't really see it. It just kind of gives me a sense of direction mostly. It's like an aura.
Can I feel anything with tremor sense?
Make a perception check. It will be with disadvantage because you're on the water still.
Well, a natural 3.
Okay. So as you're kind of feeling the ground, the waves washing against the ship and it's constantly in motion, you're having a hard time picking anything up.
I'll start moving towards the beaver.
So I was saying, how deep is the water?
Looks pretty deep towards the front of the ship, probably 6 or 7 feet.
I could get in the water and see if I see anything.
That's dangerous work there.
You can tie me off with a rope. I can flail around if something goes bad.
Is Captain Moody in the water? Is he floating?
He's floating at the top of the water right next to one of his comrades.
Gotcha.
Can your mage hand reach and we drag him closer to see if his compass is on him?
Can
You would know based on her detect magic. It's
That's-
beyond.
okay.
It's not. It's a little. It's probably 5 or 6 feet further behind him in the water.
Compass
Yeah.
was magical
I'd
according
still
to
like to. That's a good idea, Tim. I'm gonna reach my mage hand out and kind of like bounce the bodies.
Yeah. So the mage hand kind of shifts them around and moves them a little bit. You do manage to grab him. Since he's in the water, it's not hard to shift him around and rotate him over. And you don't see a compass. You don't see anything on him. You do notice, however, there is a chain wrapped around his neck, and you can see where it looks like there's a clasp on the bottom that's been bent or broken off.
chain like a decorative jewelry chain or chain like a
Like a decorative, like a
Okay,
golden,
okay.
like
Okay,
a
not
golden
like a-
chain, yeah.
I didn't know somebody hung him with the chain.
Can I pull that chain off?
Damn, Billy.
Yeah.
So with mage hand, yeah,
I thought you were thinking he was like a slave.
it makes this kind of weird. It kind of pulls into his skin a little bit. His skin's so waterlogged, it just kind of just scrapes through, and then you manage to get it over his head.
Cool. I'll inspect that. I also wonder if anything moved in the water when I moved his body.
Didn't notice anything.
Okay. What's this chain all about?
It's a golden chain. It's probably worth a little bit.
In the pocket.
In my pocket.
So
Yeah. If you think the compass is down there, so you should go.
Okay.
Can't help you much, but I can try this, and I'd
So you
like
did-
to cast a silent image kind of around her to obscure her while she's down in the water.
okay, I got you. So we'll note that you are tied off. There is a rope around your waist that you tied up top. So as you dive down into the water, kind of
Just
the salt
quietly.
burning your eyes a little bit.
Stealthily as I can.
Make a stealth check and then make a perception check as you look around.
Okay. Can I cast guidance on myself?
You may.
Stealth check with advantage because of the obscurity?
Actually, yes, that's a good point. It would be obscured, so with advantage.
So I'll do guidance on the perception.
Okay.
With advantage, stealth. No advantage was 19.
Okay.
Stealth with advantage is dirty 20.
Nice.
And then 17 plus 4, 21.
21. All
So
right.
20 and 21.
So you dive into the water and begin to quietly, I don't even say dive, you slide down the wood and just kind of into the water beneath the rotting corpses. The salt burning your eyes a little bit as you begin to look around. And you see at the bottom here, the bottom of the hole is kind of cracked and open. You can see the seafloor, and there looks to be like a kind of a large rock protruding up from it. And laying on top of that rock, there is a golden compass matching the exact size and design that you were told. And you notice too, there's a couple of weapons kind of littered the ground here too. You can see this is probably where there's a lot of debris that's kind of slid down in this general direction as well.
Okay. Could I gauge about how far it is on that rock from where Bag is?
It's not too far. I mean, it's just right beneath the water, so a few feet down.
Okay. Could I poke my head up out of the water and kind of tell him to guide his mage hand where I see it?
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So The mage hand kind of sinks into the water and begins to shift around. You keep poking your head up and just telling
Just a
it.
little to the left.
Eventually, you're able to find and grasp the golden compass, and as you pull it away, you see is that rock
It's not a rock.
shifts.
I gotta get out of the water.
Those weapons are not laying on top of it; they're stuck in it. And then you see is these two little stalks kind of. The water begins to shift and writhe. You watch as that giant stone begins to twist and turn, the mud falling off of it, revealing this orangey red hide of this gigantic crab. As it curls out of the water.
Back at.
I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Give me out, give me out, give me out.
Did you hear me?
Yep, you yanked her out. I got you.
Okay.
Oh, poo poo doo doo. That's poo poo doo doo. Such a waste. What is?
Well, if I was to, I rolled so low. If I did anything, it wouldn't really help.
Let me see if I can find. So what we're gonna use, because I don't have a good undersea encounter, we're gonna use the one that I had from top deck. Because we get the same basic idea.
Oh, this is still on.
Actually, this will work just fine. Yeah, this should be still on.
Your description was good. It's very similar to what I had imagined.
So we're gonna put you guys on the forward deck here.
Ooh.
Split apart a little more than I'd anticipated, but
We get the idea.
I said big crab. Said very big crab.
That's a huge crab.
There's a huge crab.
All right, everybody roll initiative. 25 to 20.
Crickets.
20 to 15.
Crickets.
Oh no.
15 to 10.
Yeah,
Well,
10. Oh no.
Giant crab goes first.
yikes.
So you got a 12 and you got a 10?
I
I
got
got
12.
10.
You got 12, you got a 10. So giant crab, followed by Wiley,
And
followed by
Sylvie.
Sylvie. 10 to 5.
6.
8.
Oh no. Okay. Followed by Bag, and then followed by Tim. Giant crab is immediately going to burst up out of the water. Those of you up top who's not Sylvie, just all of a sudden see as Sylvie comes clambering out, the water begins to curl around this creature as it just rises out. It's going to lurch forward and take 2 strikes against the ones closest to it, which actually would be, I need to switch you with Bag because he's the one pulling at her. So Sylvie, that's going to be a 22.
Whoa.
That's just disrespectful, sir. There's a 22 hit.
What? Does it?
Well, if it makes you feel better, I rolled snake eyes on my damage dice.
Thank goodness.
So you're only going to take
A billion damage.
6 points. 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And Bag,
Miss.
it's going to be a dirty 20.
Ooh.
Damn, boy.
You're going to take
Thick ass
10
boy.
points of bludgeoning damage. So Sylvie, you both, I need both of you to make strength saving throws for me
Huh?
as well.
That's not a good one for me, Hunter.
Either
I don't
15.
like that one.
Succeeds.
Strength save. I got a 12.
12. Back. As you're pulling Sylvie out of the water, this creature comes curling out. These giant pincers reach forward. Sylvie, it clamps you kind of towards the tip of its pincer, and you manage to slide out. However, Bag, you just get scooped up into the air.
Oh no.
Oh no.
As it does have you in its claws, you are considered grappled. See if I can stand you up there. There we go. As it lifts you up, and you can see as it turns you towards it, underneath the hard carapace up top, you see as this mouth just kind of opens up and turns to the side. These jaws, mandibles just switch open, and you see these very sharp teeth.
Oh.
That's going to end its turn. So, Wiley, you're up.
I'm gonna try to attack that claw, see if I can't get it to drop whole bag.
All right, make an attack roll.
That's a 16 plus 5.
16 plus 5, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Alright. Uh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Nice.
Unhinged.
So you take that hook staff and you manage to swing it forward as you crack it into the claw. Staff's pretty strong wood. You watch as the carapace of the claw just kind of splits a little bit.
Cracking a crab.
Anything else?
That'll, how close I am I?
I mean, you were close enough to hit it with your
Yeah,
staff.
that's true. That's very true. Very interesting. I'm going to stay still. Very interesting.
All right,
that I did that to
Sylvie, you're
myself.
up.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and cast Shillelagh on my
Okay.
staff. And then I'm going to take out a small plant with some thorns on it, and I'm going to extend it and whip it out and try and do
Whip.
thorn whip.
Okay, make an attack roll.
11.
Does not hit.
Oh,
As
I'm not
the vine
surprised.
kind of whips forward and it slaps across the back of the hard carapace, you dislodge one of the swords that's in its back, and it kind of goes clambering off.
Use that later.
So,
I'm going to stay there because I don't want an attack of opportunity.
Bag, you're up.
I'm gonna take my short sword and just try to stab it in the claw that I'm.
All right, make an attack roll.
Come on! That's good. 19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
Nice. 7 points of piercing damage, plus it needs to make a
Oh
constitution
yeah, that's right.
Con save.
From the spider poison, right?
Yeah.
That's a 9. That's a failure.
God. Fails, that's right, son!
So roll
2d8.
poison damage.
That's 6. 3, that's 9 points of damage, poison damage.
Nice. Woo. All right. Okay. So as it sinks in, the poison taking hold, the creature just kind of. It actually, with this much damage, it flings you and just turns you loose. You get dropped to the ground.
wow.
Does it just drop me straight down, or did it kind of?
No, it doesn't toss you; it just drops you right beneath it. So it's for flair, it's for flavor.
Can I move?
You can move. You're now free.
I'm gonna run away from it.
All right. So you're gonna shift towards the front of the ship a little bit. Is it gonna get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I just want to get like 15 feet away from it.
That's gonna be 15 to hit.
That hits.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
No.
Are you
Bad.
kidding me?
No.
It's a 10. Does that one work?
No.
So you're gonna take 9 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh.
as you
I'm
begin
using theatrics, and I'm gonna go limp.
What's that? You're gonna use theatrics? Okay. So as the creature scoops you up, you just kind of go. So it's it's a performance check, right?
It's as a reaction. Yeah, you can feign death. Make a performance check contested by other creatures' passive insight.
Passive insight. So just make a performance check.
Come on, bitch! Natural 20.
Yay!
So as the giant claw grabs you from behind again and scoops you up in the air, you all watch as you hear a snap from the claw as it picks Bag up out and it lifts him up in the air, and Bag's body just goes limp. He lets out this kind of and goes limp. The crab drops you to the ground, releases you once again where you were standing, and you fall limp on the ground next to your party.
Okay, that's it.
That ends your turn, all right. Or that was that was your turn. So
That was my turn.
yeah, Tim, you're up.
Okay. Question on the dual wielding. I have the sword in one hand and the torch in the other.
Okay.
And you said I had to do a bonus attack type of deal?
So you attack with your attack action, then you use your bonus action to offhand strike. Yeah.
But as long as it's a weapon?
Yep.
Okay.
It has to be light. A torch is considered a light weapon.
Okay. Alright. So, it doesn't matter the order?
No.
Okay. Alright. Then I will attack with the sword.
Alright.
It's a 16 plus 5.
16 plus 5. Yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage.
And it's just 1d6 because there's no...
Yeah, no wither.
That's 6 plus 3 is 9.
Nice.
You've rolled a lot of 6s tonight.
You have rolled a lot of 6s.
And...
Torch. It's considered a improvised weapon, so it's a D4 plus strength plus 1 point of fire damage.
Okay. And the attack would be...
Strength based. So it's just an offhand strike. Strength based. Yeah.
Alright.
You're in it now.
Fine. Okay. I'm going to use a superiority die for a menacing attack.
With the torch. All right.
Natural 20.
Yay!
Wow. All right.
Get 'em.
So this would be considered bludgeoning damage.
The target is fatigued.
Suffers a point of exhaustion. Ability checks are made with disadvantage.
I don't think those cards. I think they keep getting.
I can't.
Yeah, put on the top.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Because that's the one I drew.
So,
Alright, so that's a d4.
so 2d4. Crit.
That's 3 points.
All right. Plus your strength.
And strength is 4.
So, wait, your strength is 4?
Plus 4, it's no, plus 2. What am I looking
Yeah,
at?
it's
My
plus
saving
4.
throw. My saving throw. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So
So that's 5.
5 plus 1 point of fire damage,
Okay.
which, as you hit, the fire on the torch immediately goes out from its wet hide.
Yeah. And Willoughby saying as I'm doing this, you are going to leave us alone. And he's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
From the,
Menacing attack.
did you get to roll a superiority die for damage on that?
Not unless I do. The way I'm seeing it, I get to do 1 of 3 superior. I don't know how many times you get to do them in a turn.
No. So the way
I've got a menacing attack, a precision attack, or an ambush.
Okay.
And I use the menacing.
What does it say? Because
When you hit with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to add the total damage to the roll. Oh, I get to roll it.
That's what I'm saying.
So I roll it for the damage, and
And you double it because of the one double it,
Yeah.
but you roll it again because you critted.
8.
All right.
All right. And then it must
my
make
God.
a wisdom saving throw.
Damn, Tim. Wisdom
DC
save?
12 on a wisdom saving throw.
Natural 19,
Ah,
unfortunately.
darn. Okay.
So it is not afraid of you.
Yeah.
However, that torch, as you crack it across the carapace, the torch splinters across its hard backside, but so does you put a big crack in its hide as it kind of slithers backwards a little bit. Yeah, that hurt.
I said, you're not afraid. I think I'll be eating West Indies salad tonight.
That ends your turn?
Yep.
Oh man, it's coming right after you.
That's
Oh,
2 rolls in a row, 2 attacks in a row. It is not happy. It's natural 20.
Oh no!
Oh no.
It's a
You
natural-
can't use your dagger for that, can you? To
Yes.
impose
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Impose disadvantage.
Yeah, you can.
Impose disadvantage.
You want to impose disadvantage?
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, this is
Dude,
the
come on,
time
come on,
to
come
do it.
So I went from a natural 20 to a 15.
And that armor class is 16.
All right. So with the dagger, using that as the claw reaches out and tries to slash out at you, it's going to attack again. However, with the other claw, ooh,
That's
crap.
probably natural.
No, don't say that.
No, it's not, but it is a dirty 19.
Okay. That hits.
Better than a natural 20.
Yeah.
However, this time I rolled a little higher on these damage dice. That's going to be, so you're going to take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as the claw this time reaches up and just snaps across you. You should make a strength saving throw for me.
A strength saving throw, that's a plus 4. 14.
14 does not succeed. It snaps you up and you are grappled in one of its claws. It's going to end its
And
turn.
that was 15 points of damage?
Yeah. Wiley, you're up.
I'm gonna hit the other claw.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay.
I am not gonna hit the other claw. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8 to hit.
No, that doesn't happen.
Okay, yep. I'm gonna watch in terror.
Sylvie, you're up.
And my turn.
Oh no, Bag, please wake up! And I'm going to, because I think he's dead, I'm going to cast Healing Word on
Okay.
him.
Use it anyways.
It is my bonus action. Yes! 6 points.
So you're gonna deal 6 points of damage, Bag.
And then, so burn that up. Cast, and then with my staff, I'm just gonna.
Make an attack roll.
12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately. Once you heal Bag, and as you're focused on that, you can only hit with one hand, and you just don't have the strength to deal the damage against this heavy carapace.
Wake up, wake up, wake up!
All right, Bag, you're up. Are you gonna feign your death for a little longer? Or are you gonna?
Cantrips or spells?
What's
So
that?
it says casting a spell, making an attack, or moving ends this effect. A cantrip is considered a spell, correct?
Correct. Yep.
It's gonna lay there.
He can choose to hold his action if he wants to. You can choose to just hold your action if you want to just lay there.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action that if it moves over me, I'm gonna try to stab it underneath.
Okay, I got you. All right, so you're just gonna hold an attack action if it moves.
It didn't work!
So
He did.
here's the thing about that, Sylvie, as you cast Healing Word, Bag does not get up, and you know for a fact that should work unless someone is dead.
Oh.
So Sylvie believes Bag to be. You have done the performance of the century on your party.
Yeah.
The enemy thinks you're dead. Your party thinks you're dead. You are a very great dead badger.
Dead.
It's all I'm good at.
Does that end your turn?
That's it.
All right. So with that, Tim brings us back to you.
Gosh, already? Okay. All right. Just so I can be clear, if I do a bonus action, would be my second attack.
Right. Yep.
Okay. And I can do an action surge. That's an additional action. Doesn't take something.
Correct. Yep.
So now I would still have 2 attacks.
Yep.
Okay. And then I can still add a superiority die.
Yep.
I'm liking this business again. Okay.
You know, Billy's next character.
Yeah, I know, right?
You started something. All right, so my bonus action is going to be my second wind, so I get some hit points back.
Yeah. He's playing fighter
That's
now.
a 5. So,
But you should add your con.
oh, okay. So that would be
Should be.
plus 3, so that would be
Yes,
8. Okay,
Ooh.
that helps. All right, then I'm going to use that. Then I'm going to use my action surge, so I get 2 attacks.
Okay. You can just attack first and then use your action.
Okay,
if you
okay.
still want to.
All right, so the first attack, I'm going to do the precision, which I can add it to the roll before or after the roll, but before any effects are applied. So basically, it's just helping me hit, right?
Yep. And then you add whatever you roll to your
Okay.
damage dealt.
So that'd be an 8. Plus an 8 is a 16 plus my.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Roll damage.
And that's going to be. I don't get to add
You
my.
said you rolled an 8 on superiority die?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do this.
Hey!
Hey.
Oh.
Jeez.
Between
This belongs to you, this campaign.
you and Bag dealing egregious amounts of damage. Yeah, I mean it's you literally like put 70% of its health away in one round.
Yeah.
Between the damn
Oh, boy.
between the damn giant spider poison and whatever the hell it is that you did on your turn.
So
So
I'll swing up and I will go and make sure that I'm cutting through a claw to make it fall off, follow through with the backswing into the top of his head and split it, and say we're going to be feasting on crab claws tonight.
Sounds delicious.
So, with this, combat comes to a close. The beast drops you. You hit the ground, and You all then look over and notice that Bag is still laying there in a pool of blood.
I'm gonna go over to him.
I'm gonna continue to feign death.
I'm so sorry. It's me
I'm
too.
gonna
I
go
really
make a medicine
didn't mean
check.
it.
Okay, make a medicine check.
Okay, let's see.
I got some smelling sauce if he doesn't get up. I'll go over there and get near him to see if I can awaken the.
Natural one.
Natural
no.
one.
You got my medicine check.
So you're trying to like pick him up. He's just like, every time you move him, he's just drooping there and in your arms. You try to find a pulse and you can't find one.
No, is he gone?
We
Is he
lost
gone?
him. He's gone. The crab got him. I heard the snap.
I hear it, though.
His neck was in 2 pieces.
I was just joking when I said we were gonna steal from you.
Huh?
What?
I'm gonna go and swipe some of my scent gland and slap him across the face.
Oh.
Bag!
Whoa,
Bag!
I'm getting away from this.
Bag. You smell it coming before he even touches you.
Get up, Bag! Come on! You can't be
The
dead!
limits of my acting prowess, and I will not react.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. What is the saving?
So I'm
against you
touching
say?
Sylvie. Does that count as guidance?
No.
Rude. I'm trying to just
steal
steal
some
it.
guy.
God damn it! It's a natural form.
No. So as soon as the smell starts slapping you on the nose, you try with everything in you not to break character. But this is the most rancid shit you've ever smelled in your fucking life. And you immediately just cough up some salt water.
Bag!
Oh, you woke him up. Oh, good.
You're here!
Were you method acting on us?
I want to bop him in the head, Tim in the head with my staff.
What was that for?
It's a 17.
That
Oh,
hits.
damn.
Yes.
Roll damage.
He's dead.
Non-lethal. I'm just kidding.
Well, I hope.
Staff, actually, it's a D8 plus 7 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Timmy, as you rub your stuff, your scent, all up in
Your
Bag's
staff.
nose, he breaks free, grabs the staff, and he just cracks you on the top of the head. And he stands up and he just starts trying to blow it out of his nose, and he starts like snot just starts to pour out. It's rough.
Glassy. Did you say ash juice?
That's right.
That is not a good mental picture.
So,
We thought you were gone.
Yeah, don't ever put that stuff in my face again.
It woke you up
That
though.
was terrible.
It revived you.
Yeah.
You were dead.
You were dead.
I wasn't dead, I was acting. Yes, I was method acting, Sylvie.
What is that? Well, why would you
It's
do that?
rude.
It's meth. He's meth acting.
I'm glad you're okay.
I'm good.
Did we get the compass?
What cup?
you do have a compass now.
You mean this compass? And Mage Hand holds it up.
Oh.
Ah, good. I'm gonna sit down real quick.
I'm gonna chop off some of that claw.
Okay.
I'm gonna spit up some blood.
As an action.
It's a free action.
It's a
So, as you guys are sitting here taking your short rest, you feel as the ship kind of rocks just a little bit, and you hear this, and you see the lids on that sarcophagus slide just a little bit further.
We should probably get that astral and get the heck out of here.
Yeah, while they're taking a short rest, I can grab it. I don't need to take a short rest. So
Okay.
I'm going to go and try to grab that. How big is it?
It's pretty big. It's probably roughly the size of it's about probably 1.5 to 2 feet in diameter.
Okay.
Watermelon.
I
Yeah,
can,
probably inside
I
of
can
watermelon,
help you.
yeah.
It can fit in a book bag, right?
Yeah, it can still fit in a satchel. Like it's a big chunk. I mean, these things are roughly hewn. They're not like perfect spheres.
Okay.
They're roughly hewn stones that give out that pale, like bluish glow. But It's pretty big. It's probably, like I said, it's probably about 18 inches across.
Okay.
I didn't get hurt too bad. I can help you.
No, Sylvia, I got it.
So you wander over and you kind of steer as far clear from that sarcophagus as you can. You grab it.
And him steering clear.
So I will note that as you look at it, though, as you look at the carvings on the stonework on the sarcophagi, it's etched in a language that you don't understand, that you don't recognize. Need you to make a history check for me.
Okay.
Mesmerizing.
Let's make a history check.
I'm gonna drink the healing potion that I found.
Okay. Go ahead and drink it. That'll be 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
Nice. Nice. 2 4s.
Nice.
Sweet.
10 points.
So
7.
7. Yeah. You feel like you've seen it somewhere before, but you're not entirely certain. But you can hear echoing from within, just faintly. You just hear this. Sounds like the same type of language that's spoken within the withering. And it's emanating from within the sarcophagi.
Mm-hmm.
And I would note too that as you look at it, you see laying around it, like kind of laid on top, like kind of trapped in one of the chains, there's a crowbar, a hammer and chisel. Seems like they were trying to open this.
Hey, Bag, do you think your mage hand could maybe close the sarcophagi? Is it strong enough to do that?
No.
Oh.
No.
Stone.
Absolutely not.
Not even.
The sarcophagi is about 8, it's probably 7 to 8 feet long and about 2.5, 3 feet wide, and it's solid stone. No.
Never mind. An omnipotent force told me no.
I'm gonna try anyways.
Mage hand pushes up against it, and like normally you don't feel pain with mage hand, but you actually get carpal tunnel from this.
Damn, I'm getting old.
I don't know. Something's telling me to look inside the sarcophagus.
Can I try Tremor Sense one more time?
Make a perception check.
Come on! Bitch. 16.
16? Okay, this time with tremor sensing around you, you don't feel any movement other than your own. You finally honed in on the ship and how it moves, how it's shifting in the waves with the rocks, kind of bumping up against it. You don't feel anything else in the hold with you and your comrades.
I'm gonna move
Anything
closer.
moving in there?
You gonna move a little closer?
I'm gonna move closer to the sarcophagus.
Okay.
You know, I'm astraled up right now. I'm feeling
You
good.
do got you got that big old astral.
Got the astral on my back, got the chain, got the little flower. If I don't touch it right now, when am I gonna touch it?
Yeah, you do. That is true. So as you take a step closer to the opening, it's slid open about 7 or 8 inches. You have to get up on your tiptoes to kind of peer inside.
I see him doing this.
Yeah.
Wally, you run my short rest, I'm gonna spray you.
Tim, don't even worry about it. Just focus on healing whatever wounds you got.
I'm standing right behind Wiley.
So as the two of you are looking inside this,
Okay.
your astral shards, as you peer over the gap, they immediately start to hover for a moment and kind of try to pull away from you. And you can hear this humming. They don't pull off your necks, but it's like they're trying to get away from whatever's in that box. And as you look inside, you see a skeleton wrapped in a fine dress. It is not Oran folk. It is a skeleton of the ancients. Probably 6 to 6'2". Long, like gray, wiry hair kind of extending downwards, flowing over this very fine silk black dress. Atop its skull, there is an obsidian crown. And in its hands, curled across its chest, there is an obsidian scepter.
I'm gonna take that scepter.
And you can hear the whispering. Just nothing moves, but you can hear it coming from somewhere inside this box.
And it was all unknown magic, right? Earlier?
Yep.
You said you want to take the scepter?
Yeah.
You're going to touch it.
I'm gonna use my mage hand.
All right, I'm gonna step back. Go ahead.
I'm gonna reach for that scepter. And as I pull it out, I want to minor illusion a scepter in its place.
Okay. So as you reach in, you grab the scepter and you replace it with an illusory one. And you slip it out. It's solid obsidian. It's about maybe 20 inches long. The end kind of curls up, and I will say that the sculpting is immaculate, despite this very hard stone. Something was able to chisel this down perfectly smooth on all sides. It extends upwards to a small golden tip at the top, and then there's a little obsidian kind of crook to it.
I'm gonna hold it out towards Sylvie and ask about the magic coming off of this. Sylvie, what do you see?
You pull it out and you turn the scepter, your astral tilts and shifts away from it. Constantly.
I don't know. I told you guys it was unknown. I don't know what it is.
I think that was the police again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They're coming for the scepter. We have to run.
So.
It's beyond me, really.
It can't be good. Astrals are fleeing from it.
Yeah. What if this has something to do with the source of the withering? Whoever this was.
And you break it.
What if they conjured it?
And you break it.
I can't. No, I'm not strong enough yet.
Then we throw it in the bottom of the deep.
Well, shouldn't we try to study it and at least?
Yeah, I agree with Wiley.
Yeah. Try to find the source of this problem.
Sure. You said there was a crown in there too?
Yes, a crown too.
Do we need both of them?
Yes, we should take both. Does anybody ever...
It's down the scepter in between all our feet and goes back for the crown.
Okay. So, pluck the crown off the skull. Take it out. You have the scepter, the obsidian scepter, the obsidian crown.
I look on the fingers. Any rings?
No rings.
No rings? Just the crown?
Just the crown.
All the shiny stuff we gotta take.
Like I said, this individual, like a humanoid skeleton, very tall, wearing very fine silk dress. It looks untouched from time, just her flesh is decayed away. The only thing worth of value in there seems to be that crown and that scepter.
It looks like a feminine form.
Feminine form.
Hey, Sylvie, any magic on the sarcophagus itself?
Do you detect magic going? You do gather there is some abjuration magic, but it's faint. It's mixed in with that unknown magic, but you feel like there was some sort of defense on the sarcophagi, but whatever it was probably unleashed when it was opened.
I'll relay that. I'm gonna go up top and see if the withering has changed at all for moving this stuff.
Well, do you want to try to close this sarcophagus first?
I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, I don't really want to
And
touch it either.
I'm not very strong either. Do we have something where we could pry it closed, like push it, without having to actually touch it?
There was a crowbar nearby.
You use that crowbar and...
Tighten the chains back. Well, I'm resting.
So make a strength check with advantage.
You got this.
You may guide yourself.
Thanks. Damn. 30-20.
30-20.
Nice.
Using the crowbar, prying it under in between the lid and the altar, or the sarcophagus itself. You push up with everything you have. It sets back into place.
Yeah, I did it.
Good job, Sylvia.
Thanks.
Never doubted you.
I did.
Wrap the
It's
chain
okay.
tighter and put the crowbar through the links to seal it.
All right.
You've done this before or something?
I wonder if they did that to prisoners. He did work for the guard.
Yeah. Remind me never to get caught.
I mean, after seeing what he can do, I don't want to get on his bad side anyway.
I don't want to go down on his backside.
That was a good one.
Alright, I will wrap up the chains and put the crowbar through.
So you wrap up the chains, you slide the crowbar through it. The whispering stops.
Alright. We should get out of here.
All right.
So, what are you doing? You take the scepter, and what are you doing with the scepter and the crown?
They're going in my bag.
Right, so you wrap them up and kind of stuff them down in the bag, and as you stuff them into the bag and tuck them away, your astrals finally settle down a bit and kind of return back to their normal spots. You all make your way back up to the top deck of the ship, and you look around.
Trying to get my short rest, or I'm just going to sit in the bottom.
I will say that your short rest is unimpeded.
Okay.
Looks like it was your fucking
Make your
heart.
way up
Sounds
to the
like a
top
loon.
deck, and you look to the south, the direction in which you need to return home. And you watch as that wall of withering slowly begins to creep away,
Going
shifting,
dissipating, or
just dissipating in different directions.
Okay.
Some heading north, some east, some south, some west. It begins to break apart and shift in different directions. And as you look to the west, you see the sun is beginning to set on this adventuring day. You have your astral. There is but one thing left to do, and that is return to Riverwood Bend. But that is a story for another time.
Oh.
This is where we'll end this session. We will end this arc of a foxtail. You will all get the benefits of a long rest and level up to level 4.
Nice.
So, and with that, we will end this tale here for now.
Be continued.
To be continued. Like I said, I'm gonna spend some time writing, and we'll pick this up. We'll get a schedule up, and we'll pick this back up again over the next couple months. For those of you watching, thank you guys. We hope you're enjoying it so far, and if you are enjoying it, go follow us on Instagram, and we'll post some updates on when this will continue.
And YouTube.
So, oh yeah, and YouTube. Yeah, give us a YouTube as well. So,
I'm enjoying it.
it has been some fun. It's been some fun time. It's been a very fun adventure, and it's not over yet.
Not
So,
over yet.
thank you all for watching, and until next time, good night.
Good night.
So long.
Oh,
So long.
for those of you still in, we're probably gonna raid, so stick around.
Stick around. Hooray. Woo.